Here I go talking on mute. All right, peace to the chat. All right. So, like I was saying on mute, you know your American right. You can boycott and protest. You dig? But what is not your American right is to deny American citizens services and products based on their skin color, race, ethnicity, religion, nationality, ethnicity. You're gonna find yourself deported by ICE. That's a federal crime to violate somebody' constitutional rights based off their religion, sexuality, gender, all those things, ethnicity. Yeah, so that's not a good look. All right. So like I said to the chat, I was on mute. Chandra, Dorsey, Tamarka, we got pretty women and classic cars. We got Claude. I'm gonna play Tariq went he did a premiere yesterday and one today. I got to play it because because I almost think our brother be chiming in over here, yo, or somebody sending him information. I'm telling you, but it's love. It ain't like he's saying anything wrong. But once I say some things and Tariq, I think he'd be like, yeah, that's a good idea. He comes back and he says it. So anyway, he went in on the lineage, like he expounded on the lineage, and I've been saying that. I've been saying the lineage. You can call yourself FBA, ADOS, Freedman, whatever you want, Rainbow, Leprechaun, but the lineage it boils down to your lineage. Thank you. Hmm. Yes, you got your monster truck back. Good job. Yeah, thank you. It's a beautiful monster truck. That's nice. So it all boils down to your lineage. So now, yes. Oh, gonna get me? No, you gonna get me? Go get me. Go get me. Go, go. Oh. I lose. You win. Okay, go. Yeah. So they're gonna get together all the tether. That's interesting because I just did a live about 3, 4 days ago entitled "All Tethers Flock Together." That was the name of my live. And here she go galvanizing the tethers to wage war against us, whatever that means. All right, so let me play this real fast. It's Turkey. Oh, no, I got to play some more here because this is a tether, and I'm gonna play some Kwame stuff from yesterday. So this is a tether because this is some things Kwame be asking me. It's like the most stupidest things. Again, like you got to make them just look dumb. Forget it. Forget trying to always answer the question the right way. Yo, listen. So I'm biased. Was did black folks in America have a sovereign nation? You mean independent of America, stupid? No, America is our sovereign nation. That's a dumb question, dude, because these are third world folks. They can't conceive. It's not in their DNA, the majority spirit, to conceive first world shit. What are we doing, bro? No, we didn't never have to declare independence away from America. Hey, oh, y'all had to do that. You get it? Yes. 1 second. I'm working. I'm working on the nerves of some tethers.
Coach in the building. What you did, deal? Coach, what's up, Coach?
Hey, shout out to the stage, shout out to the room. Tariq, shout out to you, man. I've I've been a supporter since you made that white nigga wear them big
All right,
ass
let me
yellow
fast
shoes on
forward.
TV made, man.
'Cause
Uh,
I want to get to it. Yes.
again, Stone, we built this
Yes.
country.
Hmm.
This is what I tell people. Y'all should support 4th of July, nigga. We built this country. We're
Oh yeah,
American.
Mm-hmm.
no, don't worry. I observe all the American holidays. I mean, it ain't like I'm like the most American person out there, but Halloween cool, Christmas, Thanksgiving, because our celebrations are totally different from white folks. I don't know. They celebrate that stuff for their own agenda. We celebrate that thing for good times with family, friends, and we just love life. You dig? You got family who Christians and they just love Jesus. And for Easter, and other folks just like kids to get along. Easter is a festivity for some folks like myself, where kids just go there and play a big ass church party. You dig? For the whole day. It's a community party for kids in the church. And so all the holidays I don't got a problem with. But to each his own. If you guys do, I'm not there. I was
You know what
there.
I'm saying?
I'm
Now,
not there anymore.
in your eyes, like, quick question, does this sound like a political party to you?
No,
Ramon,
no.
peace.
All right.
Let
All
get
right.
it.
Do you think
Peace.
a foundational Black American can run his own country?
Of course.
Now that is like one of the most dumbest questions you can ask somebody in their country. Why Al Sharpton ran, Jesse Jackson ran, that damn surgeon ran when Trump won the first term. What's his name? That pseudo surgeon, that black conservative surgeon. Surgeon. Yes, I mean that's just like we're in politics. We're governors, we're mayors, we're councilmen. Man, we in all these. We're CEOs, we're CFOs, we're CTOs. We all this type of shit. Why we can't get behind the damn country or get in front of the country and lead it? Just ridiculous. For Lang, good morning. FBA Ronnie, peace. Yeah, it's just ridiculous questions, like operish questions. Opish questions. Move. Fly.
Yeah, why couldn't we? Go. Coach,
Renaissance.
where you at?
Yeah, thank you. Ben Carson.
Oh,
Yeah, the
Coach,
chat
where
be
you at,
knowing.
brother?
I don't people like dumb chats. Like people, I be watching these tethers and some conservative coons, right? I watch their chat. Like they love dumb people just to agree with everything they say. That's the chat I hate. You dig? Don't let me be a fool before the world. If I mispronounce something, if I say the wrong guy, wrong woman, yo, y'all correct me, highlight my name ASAP. Don't let me leave that unchecked. Don't let me not auto self-correct. Yes. Yeah. That's a monster truck. Okay. Yeah. So please correct me. Don't let your brother embarrass you like that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We gonna get to that.
I don't know what happened to you, Coach.
But I was watching this when I was, getting dressed and everything.
Something happened.
Okay.
Tree?
But no, I was asking, it's from the standpoint, do you
Andre
think it's smart?
Townsville. Let me read some chat. What up to everybody? Roland Martin is big mad at the FBA delineation, but we don't give a F. Yeah, I haven't even so the Roland Martin thing, I caught the end of it because I was working on my information, like my tabs and everything. I usually catch his stuff later anyway. I catch his stuff when I'm not live, by the way. My uptime and downtime. When I get up early in the morning, I'll play. I catch up on not just his hella stuff. It could be Vet, it could be Dr. Claude. I catch up on hella stuff. Yes. And I love walking my mile and a half. It'd be 3 miles altogether. I like walking a mile and a half. Yep, and coming back. Then I get to catch up on 3 hours of stuff. 3 hours of content. They fighting. They fighting. Yeah. No, my truck don't win. No, this car gonna win. Oh, you loser. I'm gonna lose. I lose. I lose like tethers. You won. Yeah, so this is for Lex Vortex. So I hope you understand that yeah, so 2 ways. So Lex, you can come in the morning, probably tomorrow morning, and present your book. But again, you see, I can't interact at all, like because you see what happens in the background. So you can do that undisturbed, uninterrupted, and then I would chime in at the end of it. So if my son or other girl next door bother me, it won't be messing up your presentation on your book. Or you can wait until I get to Jersey in about 3 weeks. Tiarka, Nigerians are intelligent people. Yeah, I mean, humans are intelligent. You dig? Humans are intelligent. The only time you're not really intelligent is like when you're deprived of education or you have a learning disability. That's the only time. But all humans are intelligent. Well, like we all can. That's why it's dumb arguments to do the whole this that and this that. Your education is based on who have access to it and who don't. Right? That's who's intelligent. And in America, you got to have money. So I had to get access to our educational system. In Nigeria, you don't. From what I read, and I'll read it. Nigeria, they got different. It ain't that much money to be a doctor over there to access that information. I'll read it in a second. I looked it up. And other countries it's totally free. Like I think Cuba is free. So yeah, so we're competing with that globally. It's a bad faith argument. Hey, these people GDP got more degrees and this degree. Yeah, but it's free, man. We're in the country where the education costs the most, and we got no goddamn money. We keep getting stripped of money. We get it, get it stripped. We get it, get stripped. And then they deprive us of a general wealth, which is home ownership. They deprive us to the banks. I got all the stats for that. And then it's a fact. Even though we're as qualified as whites, Asian, and sometimes even more, and we will still be denied these things. And guess what? A white person, a white man as a high school dropout, no diploma, can get jobs and loans over us with a less credit score, either inferior job, less in a bank account, and these guys get bank loans over us. So you can miss me with these bad faith comparison arguments with us and tethers. Okay. Here's a light 1865. Nigerians running a country. Ain't nobody. Yeah, come on. They're running a country to hell, man, to the ground. I look at the obvious stuff. That's what comes out of their mouths. The fact you insult Nigerians out of nowhere is what people are talking about. Who insulted Nigerians? The fat Nigerians are very intelligent people. The wealthy Nigerians keep them. Yeah. What is he talking about? I always give Nigerians their flowers. I said they solely debunked the bell curve. Charles Murray fake ass IQ pseudo results. I always give Nigerians the credit. The Tether class, I don't. FBA most successful blacks for 100%. Someone in chat insulted Nigerians, not the one brother talking. Listen, you got a Nigerian waging war on us. I mean, what you want to at this point, the gloves are off. You dig, Tiaka? Is that possible? A Nigerian just waged war on us. So right now, FBAs can talk this shit. You dig? The gloves are off. She waged war. We didn't wage war. We boycotted. You dig? That's our American right. To boycott and protest is not your American right or a tether right to wage war because we're boycotting. You know, boycotts are temporal, right? But when you wage war like that, that's dangerous. So yeah, so the gloves are off. So if folks want to go all in today, that's it. You know, it's on them. Okay, yeah, they're all homeless in America, and look at all the floating slums in Nigeria. Which is worse? Would you rather be homeless in America, where you have access to a Catholic church soup kitchen, the Red Cross, and so many Americans all the time do things for the homeless? Or would you rather, and sometimes they pass a bill and some states and cities do things for homelessness people, or would you rather live in a goddamn floating slum in Nigeria? Like, come on. All right. But anyway, let's go.
Like, because we all agree,
And I'm
like,
gonna
a
get to the cake
foundational
soap
Black
Nigerian in a
American
second.
should and be able to run his own country. But do you think we even get the chance if we just don't align with a Republican or a Democrat?
Now that the political party don't mean
Like for example, I came from Walmart and I see a white guy holding a sign. Listen, Tiaka, this is what you can't do in Africa or the Caribbean. You can only do it in Jamaica. Yay, man, peace. He said African food is disgusting. Listen, Tiaka, listen closely. Listen what can't go on in third world countries like Haiti, the Caribbean, and Africa. I was leaving Walmart, right? And there was a guy, a white guy. He ain't like most guys that's like hold signs for food and work be looking in bad condition. But he looked like in good condition, right? It looked like he could do some work. So white guy had a sign that said uh vet, a vet, whatever, retired vet, I need work, right? And that's what the sign says. So, but listen to my point, Tiaka. So don't ever compare America, the best country known in mankind, to a third world country. This is what can. This is not shitting. This is just talking shit, talking facts. He had a jar right there where folks were just giving donations, for support. Just you can't do that. And he's homeless, Tiarka, and folks are putting dollar bills in his jar. You don't get that nowhere ever in the so-called motherland and the countries in the diaspora. That's how great this country is. You could be homeless and folks still throw money at you left and right. And I don't recall homeless people being skinny and starving. Like homeless people be fat, big guts, so they're eating something.
our lineage is our lineage. That's
Well, do we get
Yeah,
voted
exactly.
on? We're
1865.
not going to get voted if we.
Oh, I'm missing some chats. Yeah, bad faith for sure, especially when there are more Nigerians in Nigeria who are, yeah, right. They make $2 a day. You want to talk about that? The GDP in Nigeria, they make $2 a day. Uh, the country is not evidence of intelligence. Homelessness in America is no comparison. Yeah, come on, stop. Nigeria poverty is ridiculous. Renaissance woman in Nigeria is poverty stricken. Why don't rich Nigerians help their home country? They don't. And I got a Nigerian holding them accountable. I'm gonna play that later. Claude says, "Stop calling us African." I'm telling you one time, Tiaka. Yeah, Tiaka. You're trying to purposely get timed out for 24 hours. All right. Dorsey says America has a strong safety net. Nobody starving. Yeah, she tripping. Never been attacked to white women. And then Chandra came back and said the richest man from Nigeria isn't living in Nigeria or doing anything for Nigerians. Nigeria is still below poverty level. Yeah, Nigeria is a rough place right now. A lot of homeless people here on drugs. Right, there a lot of our homelessness. We ain't gonna talk about that, right? We're gonna talk about majority of our homeless are on drugs or they suffer from PTSD, and they're like kind of like just out of their mind. And let's talk about why they're on drugs. They're on drugs because of mental illness. I could break all this shit down. Okay. So when people are mental illness, when they have a severe mental disorder, a lot of them don't like to take their medicine for whatever reason, side effects, whatever. And then they start to self-medicate. And then a lot of them become alcoholics. They self-medicate either with drugs or alcohol. And you guys can all look this up. People with strong mental disorders, they are very vulnerable to alcoholism or drug addiction, serious drug addiction, opioid addiction, because they'll stop taking their medicine at some point. All right. Okay, yeah, African American, great. Yeah, but you're in the FBA space, like disrespecting. Like, why are you loud here? Just enjoy the show. Like, stop trying to like clout chase. Just enjoy the show. You ain't gotta be loud. Um, but you're gonna be a proudly timed out African American for 24 hours in a minute. 712,000 Nigerians live in America. 0.3%, 0.03% of them are of wealth class as doctor, orthodontist, or eye doctor. Yeah, all are below minimum wage. Goddamn. Will, peace, American Indian. D, top of the family, big FBA business, never been attracted to white women. Let's go.
We scream our lineage by our country. You know that.
I don't. You lost me. I don't know what you mean. What do you mean?
Like because to be honest, I feel like even just being FBA and yelling that shit, we still gotta be smart and coded with it too.
And yeah, I don't go in African American spaces talking about I'm FBA. It's okay to represent, one time and say, hey, African American here. I'm just letting you know I'm here in the crowd, in the chat. There's nothing wrong with that, making yourself known. Hey, I'm not FBA, I'm African American. Cool. But I won't, I might say FBA in that chat, but I ain't gonna keep going and going and going. I don't do that. Signs of third world country, unclean water, no consistent electricity, if any at all. Extreme crime, high deaths caused by disease, high child mortality, lack of education, careers, and also female genital mutilation. I gotta add that in there. Child trafficking, all that type of stuff. Kidnapping, extortion, and scamming. Don't forget scamming.
If that makes sense.
You lost me. I'm completely lost. What? There's nothing wrong with us acknowledging our lineage.
Oh, no. I'm talking about
Listen
like
to this
that's
scared
why you
Negro.
said it, you don't look at it like a political party. So you already answered the question. It's just like you know what I'm saying? Like you can be all black power, but America won't vote you in being black
It's not
power.
about
You know what I'm
power. It's
saying?
just
Right.
acknowledge.
Yeah. So he's trying to spin the narrative. Like saying you're FBA, Adolf Freeman, that's not a black power, symbol or symbolism. That's not that. It's like a white person. I'm a proud white American. I'm a proud white Italian. I'm a proud Nigerian. We're FBA is saying I'm proud to be a black American. Foundational. There's nothing black power about that. And yeah, I mean, this guy is scared Negroes making a goofy point.
Our lineage. That's not.
Oh, no.
He said, yeah, Renaissance women said most Nigerians I know work the same jobs as Mexicans. Yeah, every Nigerian is not a doctor. A large, they do have a large population as doctors and shit like that, but not all of them. I don't throw being from Kampala, Uganda, in people's face either. I don't throw being from Kampala, Uganda, in people's face either. All right, whatever.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about you. I'm saying it's crazy. That's
You
the world
shouldn't.
we
Not
live
somebody
in.
else's
It's
country.
like we can't even be like we're Black Americans because they're gonna think we're radical or some shit.
Uh,
Because you already, yeah, you already answered it when you were like, nah, I don't think, yeah, like I don't think it's a political party. Because I feel like FBA should be able to run this country. Like the
Okay.
FBA should be the next Black president.
Like we can. That's there's nothing stopping us from doing that. But when they threw Obama in and we're like, yeah, he black, so we all black, so we're on that. But now
Exactly.
we're being more lineage specific. You understand? We're being very lineage specific about who
So
represents us.
SOV,
Hell, I want F
SOV, the Dark King said, we ain't have family. SOV, I'm gonna give you a rinse. Now, yesterday we did good on the likes. I didn't even have to ask y'all to like the video. Y'all went there right away. I gave SOV a lineage wrench, so bruh, give a like. That's called a lineage like. She Telugu, not Arabic. How the hell is being from Uganda don't do anything? Yeah. I mean, it just say random shit. Diamond, peace. Yeah, King Kamala, the King of Kamala. That's his name, King of Kamala. King of Kamala. If you don't stop trolling, bro, you won't get timed out. You'll just be hidden. Tashi D, what's going on? Yeah, King of Kamala Harris, bro. We don't care where you from, my boy. We don't care, especially if it ain't America. We really don't give a damn. Just being flat out honest with you, bro. And this ain't the time anyway. Y'all Tether trying to wage war. Don't give a damn where y'all from. If it ain't, if you're not foundational to this country. I listen, folks.
FBAs as governors. I don't want no more Westmores and
420.
people like that with these dual ass allegiances, hollering about the Caribbean and their Caribbean mom and all that bull. Yeah, I'm cool on all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? We got to say, hey, we want people from our lineage. We want foundational Black Americans to represent
The
this
lineage.
country.
It goes
We
back
want
to the
people who are
lineage.
from the lineage, from the bloodline, without any.
The bloodline, the lineage. Listen to Tariq. Just don't listen to him when he says FBA. Listen to him when he says other things to describe us. And he keeps saying the lineage, the lineage, the lineage. That's why I'm focused on the lineage, the lineage. The acronyms are cool. ADOS, Freeman's a word. FBA, they're cool, but they all describe what? They all describe the lineage. So when Tethers come on here and Black conservatives and Afrocentric say, hey, it might be a new name in 5 years. Yes, it might be a new name in 5 years, but it won't be a new lineage in 5 years. The lineage goes back a bunch of hundreds of years. You dig? Yeah, the name may change, but the lineage stays the same.
Dual allegiances. That's not radical.
Original
That's
man,
patriotic.
borrowed time.
No, no, but the people,
Yeah, we might want to get the likes up. We like way, way behind on likes.
I mean, come on though. You can't be facetious with the way people vote and the way people look at us and the way people look at everyone in this country.
That doesn't mean anything. They're
Yeah,
going to look at
wow.
us either way, no matter what. So it's all about how we look at ourselves and how we represent ourselves. And
True. That
you
is
know what I'm
very
saying?
true.
Yeah,
That's our
Keith,
thing.
you
Yeah, I don't
wilding.
give a shit about what the white supremacists.
Oh, so let me say this though. SOV. Let me catch you up where we at, so you'll know. So I mean, cause you lineage brother, so or sister, iconic. So let me catch you up. So what we do, B1 is cool, right? B1, I know that means black first, but listen, even a tether can say black first. Okay, so what we do is we say this over here. We say B1, right? Like that. And that B1 hashtag BE1, that is B1 on a chord. You dig? B1 with the lineage. So it's a verb one. And then we got this hashtag. We got we one. We are one with the lineage. We're one with ourselves. We're one on code. You dig? B1, be on code. You dig? And we got we are on code. So we do the B1. It's like a semantical play on words, but so we made it a word now. So it's no longer a letter and a number, just characters. It actually means something now. It's a verb and it's a pronoun, plural pronoun. Yeah, like the video. But listen to
They're
this
going
one.
to look
Cool.
at us. We can walk around. Listen, when we got lynched in Jim Crow, we were wearing three-piece suits. All right. So yeah, they're going to look at you either way they're going to look at you. we have to be in positions to protect each other, and codification comes.
That's a great point. I would like us to dress better. I would like us to pull our pants up and things like that. But like you said, that can't be our argument because Dr. King was being arrested in a three-piece suit. So it's like it really doesn't matter what you put on to a degree. I mean, it matters to a degree, but overall it doesn't. But it's always a good idea to dress your best. You dig? Dress, best. Try to be sophisticated as possible because it does blind them from targeting you when they want to target an FBA person. And the person is unsophisticated dressing, that person, though that does trigger them a little more. So I try to dress sophisticated more than I do unsophisticated. 'Cause I know the unsophisticated dress code, it triggers white supremacy. So they start to have flashbacks of stereotypes. And they think you're an easy target. And so if you think about people, most people get shot down and things like that. Look how they look. They're not in suits and the business attire. You know what I mean? Because they feel like they're going to have pushback. They're going to have supporters. So they go after a certain look. That's why it's called racial profiling. They want to look at you first and see if you are an easy one.
Comes with that. That's why we're on code and we're looking out for each other. So that's where we are now. But thank you so much. But listen. Yeah, we can run this country. We can run anything.
Yeah,
Listen,
why
foundational
wouldn't we?
Black
Why wouldn't we're in
Americans.
politics? Why wouldn't we be able to run the country? Like, what qualified Donald Trump? What qualified him? What was going to qualify Ben Carson? He's a surgeon. Like, yeah, like Donald Trump was a businessman. Ben Carson is a surgeon. Hey, man, like people be in politics for a long time just because they're not the president or governor, or mayor, but they're right there with them. They right there helping them plan. They're in the business meetings. They right there. They're learning the game. They're a spy on the wall. They're a fly on the wall. Like, why can't they? That's stupid. But this next tether is going to
Because
take
we
it to
have
another
the
level. The
ability
hatred.
to run shit. That's why we've been targeted so much. Do y'all understand me? When folks start saying shit, well, no, y'all can't run nothing. I mean, look at them African countries. No, well, no, we different.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're different.
Mm-hmm.
We are different in that respect.
100%.
We're very different. We had an ethnogenesis here, so our disposition is different.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, a lot of the African nations over there, a lot of the people are nomadic people, if you want to
Yeah.
be honest. A
Facts.
lot of the people are very nomadic. Unfortunately, the invaders came through, so people were just fleeing left and right. So people are not as deeply rooted in many of these places as they come off to being. Hold on, let me get a PA in here. I done conjured him up. And he's from Ghana. This is up here from Ghana.
This is where I fell
He's
asleep.
over here
FBA
now.
Ronnie.
Opia, what's up,
Alicia
Opia?
Hill.
Tariq, how
Yeah,
you
no
What's
doing,
good,
laws.
brother?
And
Mr.
and and
Opia?
and and, and look, let me add this to Alicia Hill. No laws, she said, no principles, and no constitution. Even in Ibrahim Traoré, Burkina Faso, there's no constitution. It's suspended. And even Mali and those surrounding countries that kicked out the French and it got in bed with the Russians. All of them, those surrounding countries that's like in alliance with Burkina Faso, all of them kicked out the French and got in bed with the governor, and they all, I'm saying, in bed with Russia, and they all took over their country by coups, like bloodshed. Like none of them got voted in, and none of them have an election process now. Like they all authoritarians, they're all dictators. Yeah, it's nothing civil about that. There's no freedom of speech in those countries. They don't have a constitution. That's a fact. It's suspended. They promised one and they never delivered. Russia does not. So when Russia partnership with Burkina Faso and those countries, they don't demand human rights. By the way, they don't demand that these African countries that they're aligned with treat their citizens with respect and you know have a constitution, and hold criminals accountable. No, Russia don't give a goddamn. But when you deal with Western powers like France was demanding that Ibrahim Traoré and all the other presidents have a constitution and have some type of humanitarian, laws there to protect the people. They didn't like that. They want to run their own, country. And they didn't want the West advice on how to treat their people and how to jail their people and run politics. They wanted to just run it one man, and everybody just say yes. And that's some of the reason why they kicked the Western powers out.
All right, quick one. I just want to ask you a
Yeah.
question. Which sector of the U.S. economy does FBA run?
What
Okay,
sector of
so
the
now this is another bad faith argument. Which sector of the U.S. economy do Foundation Black Americans run? Watch this. Now I'm gonna press play, and he's gonna explain what he means.
economy?
This is a
Yes.
Tether
Well,
Kwame
shit.
question, and all Kwame do is parrot other tethers like this. That's all they do. They hear tethers go at FBAs, and they think they're doing a good job, and they'll just repeat that talking point to another channel to be the first one to say that on that channel, like they're smart. That's why they all use the same analogy. If a cop pulled me over and pulled you over, he ain't gonna make a distinction. Yes, he is. 'Cause I'm gonna make a distinction. I'm FBA. I don't know what the fuck he is. As a matter of fact, I think I'm pulled over because of this informant. Thirdly, why would you be in a car with me in the first place? Like this fake hypothetical scenario. Why would a tether be in a car with me? So use a realistic analogy, bro. Don't use no some fantasy shit. Only time we'll be in the car together is an Uber or you drive a city bus, train, something
Well,
like
as
Huh?
that.
far as the economy, what do you
Boat,
mean
plane.
run? What sector of the economy? What is
Okay. Okay. Let me break it down for
okay?
you. We have the agriculture sector, the entertainment sector, the tourism sector, the hospitality, etc., etc.
Well, the
The yeah. Which sector do
white
you run?
supremacists run. Listen, listen. I want you to listen to what I'm saying. The white supremacists run that. Like you're from Ghana. What sector do the Ghanaians run in Ghana?
Okay, so now I want to reply now since he broke it down. I will answer it this way. We are still under Jim Crow. No, I'm sorry, not Jim Crow. We are still under a form of Jim Crow, which is called, well, we're under something that ran Jim Crow, right? Was the incident Jim Crow. We're still under systemic racism. And then you got to understand, you got to know what that means. So I would first ask the tether, what does systemic racism mean? Like define it. What is the goal of it? You dig? And when you get that answer, you'll see why we don't run much in this country. There's a history for at least 100 years of white racists stripping us in power, stripping us in wealth every chance they get. Still now, in 2025. So to make a bad faith argument why we doing this, doing that, I'll say, okay, why aren't the South African dark skinned blacks in these powerful positions? Because they're living with white supremacists. They're under white supremacist rule. Why aren't they in power? Right. If you live with white folks and you're under their thumb rules and regulations, you ain't gonna thrive in shit. Okay. And the reason why he's able to run Ghana and these piece of shit guys to run Ghana because it's their country. White man ain't there. And guess what? It's a third world primitive country as a result.
They run the economy of Ghana. They have the Bank of Ghana. Let me finish. They
Let
have
me
the
fast
Bank of
forward.
Ghana. They have
It's just bad faith. This is bad faith
uh,
shit.
no, no. You
Okay, actually, I'm done. I just want to show that. I wanted to show like these tethers, like they come here with a third world mindset. Like, what are we doing, man? Like, y'all experience is different from ours. You keep saying the colonizer, the colonizer, We never had a colonizer, stupid. We had crazy white folks who enslaved us and sold us. Y'all had colonizers. Colonizers are different than slaves, people who try to own slaves and run plantations. And it's embarrassing that I gotta explain it to folks. All right, so now this one right here, this is the one he just did today, but I don't want to. I didn't watch the Roland Martin part, but I caught the telling of it. But I heard him say this.
But the thing is, listen, this is that soft launch
Right, borrowed
for their
time.
old voter suppression.
He said, unsubscribe for no butter. He's a Jamaican tether. Yeah, I don't respect nothing about him. He's a clown. Yeah, I used to watch y'all over there, and I see how he did, folks, bro. I seen it. Like I ain't never like him, bro. I ain't never like that dude. I ain't like nothing about his style, nothing about that dude. And he's welcome to come over here. So Lex, this is what I was saying. Because my son is going to interrupt if we have an interview about your book. How about this? How about you come on? This is a way where you ain't got to wait till I get to Jersey. How about this? How about you come on? You could present. I give you all the tools. Everything's yours. And I'll go on mute because my son is definitely going to interrupt prod or do some stuff to ruin it. So how about this? So it's two ways. You can come on here tomorrow morning and go in about your book, go hard, explain, presentation, and then at the end I'll chime in with my son making noise in the background, and it wouldn't even matter because your thing is over at that point. Folks are calling, ask questions, and things like that. Or because I know some people like to be interviewed. So in that case, you have to wait until I get to Jersey in like mid-August. So you let me know which one you want to do. You want to be interviewed and you want like a real-time reaction to that, but it's not gonna happen with this guy, um, making all the noise and seeking my attention. But that can only happen in Jersey because in Jersey, my family's in Jersey. My aunt, sister, mom, somebody can watch them while we get that going. Or you could just, if you want, if you don't need to be interviewed and interacted with right then and there, you can do a whole presentation and do the book tomorrow morning around this time, uninterrupted. I'm purely on mute. And then when you're done, I could come in and, a little noise in the background won't matter because it's over. And the chat can call in and ask questions and we'll go from there. Let me know how you want to do that. Y'all got nothing to do. Actually, you got nothing to do, Prince Doodoo. You came over here. You got nothing to do. We got something to do. We are, yeah, I don't really give Tether my views either. I don't subscribe to none of that stuff. None of that stuff. And plus the boycott right here, I ain't going to none of their stories either. Ever. So my thing is my boycott is gonna last longer than whatever boycott that they're planning on August 1st. I'm never going to this shit, especially Africans. Uh, yep. Lex was definitely doing that. Sarnetta was definitely hating. So I want him to come over here. You dig? And let's talk about the same. Let's talk about FBA. Let's talk about his issues, how we ain't nothing. Because one thing he's not gonna do is rant. He's not gonna rant. We're gonna have a real dialogue, dig, where he makes a point and stop. I make a point, he address it back and forth because I didn't like how he was really offending FBAs in his diatribe. Okay, well, I'm gonna do something productive right now, Prince. Prince Doodoo, I'm gonna do something productive right now. Watch this. Watch this. You see that? That was very productive, Prince Doodoo. You dig? That was a productive action I just did. I sent you to your maker. So we should boycott the business and make them feel. Yeah. I'm with that, Lex. No more of our 1.7 American spending power. That's out. Um, why do some of them suspect whites can run a country? Right, Chandra. Like, why do they believe white people just can do it? Hey, yo, listen, Chandra. I went into that yesterday. They look at white folks different than a foundation Black American. We look at white folks as okay. I'm gonna just be real. We look at white folks as Yaku's grabbed the devil, racist, inferior, insecure, lack thereof, no melanin. That's how we kind of look at white folks. You gonna be real. Always need to like fight us 20-1. Can't get straight up 1v1 fade. They sports. We beat them in sports. We beat them in all type of physical challenges. They can't rock with us. They got to block us out of education because they'll lose that too. That's our mindset, whether it's true or false. That's our mindset. That's not their mindset. Their mindset is they can't get shit done without Zaddy, and Zaddy is invincible. Zaddy can't be beat. Zaddy can't lose. So it's pointless even challenging him at all levels. That's their mindset. It's pointless to challenge Zaddy on all levels because Zaddy is invincible. He's the closest thing to God, and sometimes they believe he is God. That's their mindset. And we have to know that same day peace. We got to know their mindset because we won't be so shocked when they say crazy shit about us and they just love Zaddy so much. But that is their mindset. Okay, yeah, okay. You got my yeah. So look, just give me one morning in advance. That's all I need. So like let's say tomorrow ain't working, right? But you feeling good for Friday. Just be like, yo, Bias, yo, I can't do whatever day, Thursday or Friday, but I can do this day, this morning, and make the whole day just for you for the morning. Okay. Yeah. They one switchblade piece. Yeah. So and they believe, and look, not only do they believe Zaddy is God, they believe Tariq is God. Like, all of their arguments and points are all about Tariq. Like I ain't never like worship a man like that. Like I think Jared Taylor is a scumbag. I think Nick Fuentes and Candace Owens, but I don't make them like it's all. If I take them down, I win. Like no, they one of many tethers out there, many haters, many trolls on our lineage of our lineage on our lineage. I don't look at if I take down Myron Gaines, I won. No, he ain't that deep. This clown. Thomas Soul ain't that deep. Larry Elder. If I beat them, that's another troll I just beat. On to the next. Like Mayweather said, I just another guy I just beat. Yeah, when he has a new fight coming up, it's just another guy. So Mayweather, he has 100 fights, 100 knockouts, and he knocked them all out in 20 seconds. How you feel about your next opponent? Just another guy. Just another guy to add to my win, my win column. It's just another guy, and that's how I look at Tether. Just another guy. Just another guy. I got to pack up. All right. So Lord Maul, let me finish this right here.
Strategy.
Yeah, they really think if they defeat Tariq in a debate, a senseless, meaningful debate, that FBA is done. Like a gotcha debate. Tariq, so who is the second president? Who's the ninth? Who's the 20th president of the United States? He says the wrong name. FBA, you lose. You're done. Stop delineating. Let's all get together now. Pan-Africanist. No.
That whole demonization tactic.
The code is
You
FBA
know?
leader, right? The lineage is
So they're going
leader.
to use their black
The
operatives
code is the
to
rule
go
book, the
after us.
guidelines.
It's a whole
You
bunch of them.
dig?
You're
They
going to
make the
have their
lineage
fake
strong, but the
black
lineage is the leader.
grassroots people who are really astroturf. You're going to have these.
So you heard him. He said you're gonna have those fake black uh Pan African leaders and or people like Q Butter, the Kwame's and all these the Professor Grift and all these clowns. Like they're out here doing exactly what Tariq is saying. Listen,
Going to
yeah,
use their black operatives to go after us. It's
the black operatives. You dig? There you go. No. You want to eat your turkey sausage? Here.
a whole bunch of them. You're going to have their fake black grassroots people who are really astroturf. You're going to have these weird Negroes who's trying to dress hip hop. Y'all know that one Sambo who's on TikTok who
Don't
the
drop it.
family packed up.
And heard me eat it before one of
That
Kwame Fly's
Contras, whatever
land
his
on it.
name is, that little Sambo who regurgitates all of those Democrat shield talking points, but he tries to do it with a little hip hop slang. These ops, and y'all been packing cats like that up. You're gonna see a lot of that. You're gonna see a
Yeah,
lot
I'm
of
telling
these
you, I'm telling you,
little
those floating slums, man. That's why Nigerian can never say anything about me. Now look up this. Look up the Ogoni people. I'm gonna type this in the chat. This was actually sad, but those floating slums and this right here, the Ogoni people in Nigeria, the Ogoni natives people, the native people, Ogoni native. I'm gonna say Ogoni natives of Nigeria. Look up what happened to them with the BP oil. Okay, look up the Ogoni natives of Nigeria and what happened to them with the BP oil under the Nigerian black government with their approval. And they turned away. They let it happen. They let it happen. Look up. So Nigeria can't say nothing to me because I know probably more about their country more than they do, man. Just like I know more about Jamaica than the average Jamaican.
weird sassy dudes with their hats turned backwards, trying to appeal to the youth with their plebiscite babbling.
Yep.
You're gonna see a lot of that. You're gonna see a lot of the RJs. RJ, where you at? Where you at, RJ?
Mara.
see RJs, you're gonna see a lot of them. They're gonna be all in these spaces.
So it was BP. I think that's through the. I think that. I think that's the British, Tamara. I think that's UK BP that went over there. BP. I think that's yeah. At the time of 1901, I think that was the British government. Listen, don't forget the only countries to never colonize Africa are America and Russia. Okay, we read the Berlin Conference, right, in 1892. Russia and America attended the conference because they nosy, they're superpower. They want to know what's going on. This is a boss meeting amongst European powers. They went, but they are the only two who just sat back and watched. They worked on themselves. So America was working on westward expansion, building up America, expanding west. So they was like, yo, y'all work that out with those countries, but we're gonna make our country strong and great and where we could protect our borders and defend our land if need be. Yeah, so America checked out of that. They say that, yeah, they're like, yeah, sounds good. Nah, the gold and silver, diamonds, rubies, don't do that. That sounds good. Nah, we're gonna work on expanding our country, establishing 50 states, and because this ain't too far from the Civil War. It's like, nah, we got a lot of building to do in our country. We ain't going to, spread ourselves thin, be over there, and somebody just can invade us and take us out. Because, as you know, the British Empire tried to invade America before early in the 1700s, and and other attempts failed. So, yeah, so but America was like, nah, come away from that court. They was like, nah, we're gonna work on our country, build it up, and that's what happened. Pan African is the way forward. Okay, wait. Call in. Oh, I need a Pan Africanist to have this discussion with me because everybody got their different opinions. So SJ, when I talk to different Pan Africanists, everybody got their different opinion of what Pan Africanism is. So I'm always wrong. So if I actually talk to you, it's not fair because I'm gonna hold you to somebody else's definition. But how about you call in and you tell me what Pan-Africanism is to you? All right, hold on. This is the meeting number, and you know what I mean. So 'cause I don't want to mischaracterize you. I don't want to give you somebody else's definition. That's what you guys do to us. You would debate an FBA person in Arkansas somewhere, and they got some wild stuff to say. You would come here and give me and have me defend that weird person's interpretation of FBA is. And he probably saying Foundation Black America. He probably saying Foundation Black Africans. And they say that ain't fair. Like debate us on what we say over here. So yeah, the elect says the grifting Pan Africans put FBA in the title. Oh my God. Yeah, they get no views without FBA and or ADOS in their title. That's 100%. I already exposed all of them with that. Even Professor Grift. So SJ, like real talk. Um, Now, we ain't talking about whites. You said Pan-Africanism moving forward. So I want to know your definition of Pan-Africanism as opposed to Kwame, because he defines it something else. I talked to Pan-Nigerian. He had a separate definition. I had a dude who was a UNIA member, 2025, and from New York, and he had a different definition. So SJ, stop being scary. I'm just a voice. Remember, we're just the internet, right? FBAs are just on the internet. We're not a real movement. We're not a real ethnicity. We're just a small group. Okay. A small little cult, right? So you shouldn't be afraid of a voice, an internet guy. So call the phone number and let's talk about Pan-Africanism and how that's the way going forward. And let's have a civil dialogue. Don't try to overtalk me. Don't try to give me 1,000 points. Let's talk with punctuation marks. All right. Okay, so call in, man. That's the difference between me and the Q Butters. You call in, you're gonna have a fair share to get off your information. You see what Lex did to Kwame? He let him go in. Then he rightfully cooked him. But we don't mind you guys talking because we don't. We're so confident that majority spirit, that majority confidence. We're so confident. We don't believe you guys got anything for us. That's why Mayweather said, I mean, look at when Mayweather, FBA, when he go out there and when he was out there boxing his prime, they be like, hey, have you watched tapes from your opponent? He's like, nah. He said, no, I don't even watch what they do good. He said, whatever, this is what he said. He said, whatever they do, I do greater. He told Canelo, yeah, you good, but I'm the greatest. He told Robert Guerrero, I don't care who you beat and who you lost to. Like, we have a different type of confidence that's unseen. You dig? Unseen. And that's why a lot of different nationalities, like, I'm from their opinions. I heard white women say it. I heard Spanish women say it. I heard women say, like, why they date black men. And they said our confidence. They say we could be living in a damn box. You did with one shoe on, and we'll get out that box here, find one, like, hey, mom, what's good? It's the confidence that we have that's unmatched. That's unmatched. So, yeah, I mean, we could address all that later. I don't mind segueing to different things. We could have an hour discussion, bro. But all I'm saying is, like, let's address the first thing you said, though. You said Pan-Africanism is the way going forward. And well, shit, I might agree. Depends how you define Pan-Africanism. So I want you to first define it and then explain that. And then let's talk about Pan-Africanism briefly. And let's move on to do white folks respect us and move on to the seed of division, different stages of the conversation, dude. But you got to call in, though. You just still chatting in the damn chat box.
But what they fear, man, they fear the rise of a leader.
SJ, I put the phone number in there, my boy, and you're still trolling. Because at this point, you're trolling. And I don't allow trolls in my chat. So you don't have to call in, but don't start trolling, though. Okay? Because now you're trolling. So I'm going to copy the phone number, put it back in there, and you can listen in quiet, right? In silence. Or I got to time you out until tomorrow, 10:46. Time you out for 24 hours. So, okay. So I don't have to get you out of here. I don't always do that. But, okay. So I put the phone number in again for SJ. Right there. It's right there. It's right there. Right there. Right there. Right there. It's right there. Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
Decentralized black
Ooh.
movement. Right now, the grassroots media, it's decentralized. We have a foundational
I
Black
put the
American
phone. Look up,
Renaissance that is
SJ.
decentralized.
Look up. The phone number's right there. Just look up. Just look up and call in, bro.
It can't be bought or
Because I know a little bit. I know a little bit about Pan-African. I know about Dr. Umar Johnson. I know about Baba Smalls. I know about Malcolm X. I know about Marcus Garvey. You dig? So you might know. We might can. I might can learn something from you. Call in, bro.
co-opted.
Oh,
This is
Stokely
why they keep
Carmichael.
trying to frame our lineage as a group, because they want to control it. See, they want to control the
Dr. Khalid
narrative and
Muhammad.
they want to control the outcome. So they're always trying to control what our lineage is. They're trying to redefine it, and we're not letting them. You can't.
You see, they're trying to control. See, it's back to the lineage. Tariq said they're trying to control our lineage. They're trying to redefine the lineage. It's all about the lineage. It's not the acronym. It's not the compound word. You dig? It's the lineage. It all goes back. It's not about where they say they came from. Hey, I ain't never come from slavery. I always been here. That doesn't matter because it all goes back down to the lineage. Are you of the lineage? You can call yourself FBA and alien. Are you of the lineage? It just comes back to that one question. And if your answer is no, you got to kick rocks.
Redefine it.
No.
Lying isn't going to change anything. We are centered ourselves around our lineage. The lineage is the leader.
Yeah.
And you can't do anything about that.
I said that. I corrected somebody in the chat with a brotherly love. Y'all said the code is leader. I said, no, the code is not the leader. The code is the guidelines on how to conduct yourself as a thorough FBA person, right? I said the lineage is the leader. not the code, because the code can change. The lineage is unchangeable. Tether say in 5 years, you guys can change the name again. You're right. We might change the name again, but guess what's not going to change in 5 years? The lineage. That's going to remain the same. They hate that. The code can change. The code could be boycott August 1st, and that could change by December. You dig? But the lineage can never change. So the unchangeable thing is the leader, and that's the lineage. The leader determines who's rocking with us.
Can't do nothing about the lineage. The lineage is the damn lineage.
Right.
You can't change that.
Right. So Lex says, it's SJ. I'm gonna put the phone number one more time. See, SJ left. SJ, go get your leader then, bro. If you don't want to call in, go get your leader. Go get Dr. Umar. Have him call.
That's what's frustrating a lot of people. It's locked in. So you can't all of that. Well, you say group and that you can say that until you're blue in the face. That's not going to make it true. There is no group.
Right. So I'm only playing this because I caught the tail end of it and I heard them go really in on the lineage, which I put a huge emphasis on. That's why I say hashtag the lineage.
You can imagine something and attack your imagination. That's not going to affect the lineage because the lineage is locked in. That's frustrating a lot of people. That's why you got all these people crashing out on.
So I don't know if it's just coincidence. I don't know if it's just great lineage folks just think alike, or Tariq be sneaking in my lives and listening in, because I'm like, yeah, I ain't never heard him go so hard on the lineage, even though everything he's saying is true. And I'm like, wow, man, like either we just think alike, great minds think alike, the stars align, majority, something got to explain this. But it seems like I'll talk about something or emphasize on something and go hard on something I never heard Tariq really talk about, and then he's talking about it. So it could be, the majority spirit, the lines, the stars aligning, or my brother is, he's tuning in.
Social media about foundational Black Americans and us recognizing our lineage. See, that terrifies a party that's built on control narratives and top-down messaging. See, they want to try to reassert authority through their proxies. And let's be real. The Democrats, they want to get their lick back. They felt like we made them take a major L in the last election. They sat up here and they spent billions of dollars.
We're still waiting for SJ to call in.
On campaign funds, trying to get Kamami in office. Boy, they were pulling out.
Yeah, I remember when I used to debate like 3 years ago, I used to have one guy call in and challenge me. I promise he came with 5 people, 6 people. And they're like, God damn, is it that serious?
All the
6
stops
people,
they were getting,
a little old
all
me.
the A-list superstars.
And I will go to war with every last one of them.
That ain't cheap. Getting Beyonce, and that ain't cheap. And all of that money, all of them big superstars, all of those billions.
Every time you say all that money, I think of that JJ skit. JJ, where did you get all that money?
Billions of dollars, all of that corporate backing got squashed from the foundational Black American grassroots. Boy, that
all right, so that's all I wanted to focus on, was that he was saying the lineage. And then that's why my hashtag is the lineage. Okay, here we go.
I was speaking about the boycott that some people were suggesting on TikTok, boycotting African businesses. Of course, that's still being talked about on that platform. Moment. And you had this African.
Wait a minute, let me check those likes, because I know somebody ain't like. Let me see. Yesterday, y'all was on fleek with the likes, but today, y'all wilding. The likes is crazy, in the bad way.
Immigrant that's responding to some of that. But now she wants to take it much further than people saying, okay, well, I'm not going to patronize a business. She wants to take it to a place that, number one, would be illegal in the United States. But it's also something she said that really caught my attention as well about her homeland. But let's go ahead and check that out.
If only this reached the consensus of all African and Caribbeans.
Yeah, y'all really pay attention to detail. Because I didn't even notice the cake soap. Yo, look at this. So all of matter of fact, where's my drawing utensil? You see, SJ ain't call in and teaches about Pan-Africanism. Yeah, I didn't notice that all of this on the outside is dark skin. So she's all of that. So all this inside here is dark as hell, right? She's Michael Blackson right there. But everything else left, she's Rihanna. And yeah, that is crazy. I didn't even see that the first time.
Everybody from
Salute.
Jamaica, Trinidad, Haiti.
Hey, let me give Kai McMillan a wrench. It's called a Lineage wrench. I call it that. Kai, just give me a like, which is a Lineage like. Thank you.
In Africa.
My Lineage ain't like the
If
video
this
yet.
meet your consent, since the Black American want to go to war.
Now, how did she misinterpret a boycott for going to war? Yeah, they look at our dollar. Yeah, that's crazy, right? They are so entitled to our American foundational Black American dollar that if we don't use it in their place of businesses, to them that's an act of war. I want y'all to really register that what I just said. Our black dollar is so cherished amongst each other that if we don't use it in their communities, they see that as an act of war. So the African Union, he wants to tap in on that $1.7 trillion spending power. And he's going to say the same thing. He's going to see it as an act of war. Let me say, he's going to see it as an act of war if we don't funnel or allocate some of that money to his country. So that's how she took it. You want to withhold your dollar from our businesses? It's war.
Let's try. Let's see. All of us
right.
that
right,
called out one day from work. All of us across the United States.
Hold on. So we got Don Jeter, Don Jeter. I'm gonna give you a wrench, a Lineage wrench, just like the video. Family. Also, we got who we got in the building. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's use the 1.7 to build hospitals. Let me give you. That's a good idea. Let me give you a wrench, because you talking like you with the lineage. So I'm gonna give you a lineage wrench. But the chat monitors, they monitor. They even moderate moderators. So when somebody talking crazy, we would know you ain't with the lineage. So Snatch with the $2 donation in the chat with the Lineage donation, he says, you niggas are divisive. We work hard to scam. 100%.
All immigrant call out from work.
All right, thank you, Don.
Yes. If they want to go to war, let's see what they can prove. And also, all immigrant, like your businesses from all Black American. Simple as that. Don't let them go into your grocery store. Don't let them go into your restaurant. Don't let them go into your salon.
Monday.com is the best AI for work. And here's why.
Let me make that change.
Let me show
right
you
now.
some of the mind-blowing things thousands of companies are already doing with Monday.com's AI. If you're in marketing, sending bulk emails used to take hours.
Right
now AI summarizes, translates, personalizes.
So we got to worry about that again.
Now, the other night I was speaking about
I'm a fast
the boycott that some people were suggesting on TikTok. Boycotting African businesses. Of course, that's still being talked about on that platform. And you had this African.
And yo, the goddamn where I live at, where I'm stationed at, the goddamn Apple store for my main laptop. I was gonna get it fixed when I first got here back in April, but the damn Apple store like a million hours away. Like what the? There's no mall around here. Like nothing.
If this meet your consent, since the Black American want to go to war, let's try. Let's see.
Chandra. Check your IG, Chandra.
Call out one day from work. All of us across the United States. All immigrant call out from work. Yes. If they want to go to war, let's see what they can prove.
So they're going to call out from work.
And also, all immigrant, like your businesses from all Black American. Simple as that. Don't let them go into your grocery store.
This ain't sound advice.
Don't let them go into your restaurant. Don't let them go into your salon. You want to go to war? We will. And also, we can ask all our African doctors, boycott all Black American treatment.
Okay, here's the problem with that, man. So you're a Tether, you don't know American law. What you're advising Tether to do is that's a federal crime, man. That is violating our constitutional rights. That is depriving us services and products based on our skin, ethnicity, sex, gender, nationality, race, et cetera, et cetera. Boycotting and protesting is your American right. You can do that. The country allows for that. But it does not allow illegal discrimination, man. Y'all can try that, and you guys would be sued, jailed, all type of shit going on.
Like I said, you don't want to go to war with African. Trust me. We are 54 freaking country.
All third world, all powerless. Half y'all ain't got a constitution. Your armies are full of shit. Your economy ain't shit. Okay, well, whatever.
The population of African in the United States is more than your Black American population. Just so you know.
Colonial mindset, 100%.
That's the reason why 64%.
Yeah, they don't get all fired trying to call
of the
out.
Democratic vote.
Yeah, 186
and out of that 64,
54
54 is Black. So Black America, you don't want to go to war with us.
Yes, sir. Chosen.
At this point,
1619.
I don't care if you're a Democrat or if you're a Republican, because the stupid Black Republicans that are being controlled by the white tea brought this up. And it seems to be that some of you on the Democratic Party side are also getting along. So you want to pick that fight? We can do it.
Ma'am, you need to really put that cake soap on your eyelids. See, your problem is this. You put the cake soap on while you were looking in the mirror. Now you need to close your eyelids and put that cake soap on top of your eyelids. You're digging. I don't know how long it takes to like bleach you, but you need to do that shit when you're sleepy. So put on your eyelids, go to bed. Your eyelids are super dark compared to your face.
Also, yeah, we can ask our 54% vote to boycott the coming elections. Oh, yes. I can guarantee you, when we boycott it,
girl, you
will have no seat.
We're not studying you or
don't
your
play
writing.
with us.
Right. The hell wrong with you?
We are calm. We don't intend to insult nobody. We don't look down.
Yes, the hell, yes, you do. We got hella videos, hella evidence where you guys look down on us. Yes, you do, because Zaddy is your leader.
Anybody. You went through pain. We went through pain. Yes, you went through slavery. We went through slavery in our own house.
You didn't go through slavery. You guys were slave raiders in your own house. Okay, there's a big difference. You guys were slave raiders. You kidnapped us, not the white man. You kidnapped us and you sold us to the white man. So you were slave raiders. You were slave traders. Okay, the white man was a slave trader. He tried to be a slave raider and he got his ass kicked by Africans. He stopped that. And he came back with his wallet. And he said, "How much?" Okay, so you were not enslaved. You were the reason why there's a transatlantic slave trade, man. It cannot happen without you. The white man had to buy us. He tried to take us. He flopped. It failed. Okay, he came back with his wallet and you made it happen. Right.
But we decided in Africa that we're going to put the past behind. We're going to fight for a better Africa.
No, we don't put the past behind.
First of all, okay, all right. This woman here, no one has ever talked like her, talking about going to war. Okay.
At all.
The people who are saying this about they don't want to deal with African businesses or restaurants, what they're saying is they're not going to just patronize it, right? There's no war. They just say it's not going to patronize it.
Right.
At the end of the day, whether I agree with that or not, it's their money, their choice. That's right. Any of us. It's your money, your choice. I'm not getting no more in the weeds with that. But when let's talk about what you're saying. Now you escalating it and talking about war. Ma'am, you would not be talking about war with Black Americans. Let's keep it at 100. If you got that much of an issue, then ma'am, you talked about fighting for Africa. You can't fight for Africa here.
Over here.
Sorry. You fled here. If you're going to fight for Africa, you got to be in Africa. Every person fighting for Africa.
You know what's crazy? Yeah, they are the projectors when it comes to that. They say FBAs are and ADOS are internet groups, internet fight. Wait a minute. You guys internet fight for Africa. You're over here talking about how great Africa is, how Africa, they got to kick out the white man and rebuild. You're projecting on us what you guys are. You guys are the internet warriors. How much you love Africa. You're going to, fight for Africans and defend. We must protect Ibram Traore. Y'all doing all that on the internet in the UK, Canada, and the greatest country ever, the United States of America.
Africa live there. They're there with all the issues, concerns, problems. They're fighting through it because they're fighting for Africa. So you can't mention about fighting for Africa at all. Okay, I don't even want to hear it out your mouth. That's number one. Number two, maybe in your country they don't have these laws, but we have anti-discrimination laws. No one can be targeted based on their race, ethnicity.
Yeah, she about to get all of them. Cause you do that federal crime, you're certainly getting deported. So that's just a stupid statement from a Tether. So Snatch is back in that he's back with a Lineage donation. He said nobody hates Africa more than a fleeing Tether. And guess what? Nobody hates Jamaica more than a Jamaican. I told Kwame that yesterday. That dude said he has no plan to help Jamaica with anything at all. He said he'd rather go to Africa and build up a community out there. He said, the hell with Jamaica. American Dream said, the hell, American Dream, not Jamaican Dream. He said, the hell with Jamaica. Like, that's crazy. You have that much hatred for your country, your homeland.
Sexual orientation, religion, disability status. No, nobody, you can't discriminate. Basically, you can't discriminate with having a public and open business. You just can't. If you do that, then lawsuits can be filed against you to the point that you would be out.
It's just stupid. I'm going to stop right there. Yeah, so I want to play a little bit from yesterday with Kwame and some of the things he said about Jamaica and when he cooked himself, when he debated me, just really like he knew he was embarrassed, right? Let me see what else I got here. Oh, so I wanted to put this here again. This was in the Jumbotron with the post where we create the community post. That's the Jumbotron. So this was there, right? So I wanted to just show folks this who just hate the Trump administration so much for deportations. Okay. Well, how do you respond to this? How do you respond? Oh shit! What just happened? Okay, so there we go. So Obama, in his first term, deported double than Donald Trump did his first term. Obama's second term, he deported more than Donald Trump his first term. So please stop with the narrative that the Republicans, the conservatives, they only deport illegals, right? The difference is that the liberals, they're not going to chew themselves out with the media and say, hey, look what Obama's doing, look what Biden's doing. They're going to do that. That's like just suicide. That's political party suicide. So they'll wait for the Trump administration to do the very same American action, protect your borders, but they know that the Republican administration has a lot of ties to racism, right? A lot of alt-right talking points, extreme talking points, far right. So they always push, you think about it, family, they always push the racial card with the Republicans, always, when they do the same thing. But the Republicans don't really push that card on them because the action the Republicans agree on, which is deporting illegals. So it's like, why would I condemn liberals for deporting illegals when we stand on that? We run office with that. So that's like shooting yourself in the foot. So they pretty much got to be sort of conservatives got to pretty much be silent when the liberals deport. So it's like they're handicapped, they're handcuffed. All right. Okay. So let's get back. Minimize that. Okay. I want to show that. Then I want to come here real fast. A white man got to tell them to go back to their country.
You are ready to pay me thousands of dollars for you to go and work hard in Europe, for you to help Europe get back on track. Why won't you stay in Africa and make Africa get on track? It doesn't make sense. You're an African, so why don't you want to help your own continent to grow and prosper? But you want to go to my continent and make that prosper. It doesn't make sense.
Wow. It doesn't make sense to us too. European guys, that shit does not make sense to us. But it makes sense to them. I mean, that's embarrassing. A white dude said, "You're paying me $1,000. So I'm getting paid. This is financially filling my pockets to bring you to my country, to smuggle you to my country, which he can do easily. He got the connection, and you're going to help my country become better while yours fall to the wayside." He's like, "Nah, brother, I can't respect." So white man, like, I just can't respect that. Yo, keep your money. Let me help you. Look what he said. He said, "Let me help you build your country up." My country good, he's saying. Now we're good. So we got Big Bro. He said, "You can't take none of them serious. They act like we're committing the ultimate sin by delineating. Let me give Big Bro a wrench. Big Bro, that's called a lineage wrench. Give us a lineage like on the video, and you're 100% correct." Yeah. Lex said, we need permission to delineate. We got to ask them. We got to qualify for it, right? We got to fill out paperwork and give reasons. We got to, in that box, explain why you want to delineate, and they have to approve it. Okay, not him. Oh, look at this right here. Oh boy.
Speaks to my need to put my thoughts out there, even in the event that others may not agree. But it did teach me a lesson to take my time when I am hashing out these theories that I have about culture, society, and identity, because everybody is not going to get it. In between last episode and this episode,
you fast forward a little bit.
Deeper in the fact that this space is indeed a communal space of collective thinking, and it will continue to be as we grow. So I want to thank everybody who is listening, thank everybody who is watching on YouTube, and yeah, y'all, I want to get into the tea, because to me, it's indeed tea. If you have listened to the last episode, you're familiar with my work, you know I'm a very Pan-African person, right? And my identity as a Black American, African American, is rooted first in my identity as a person of African descent and a person of Native descent, right? So I identify heavily with being indigenous because I've taken time out to, one, decolonize the way that I think about my identity, and I have been given the
and this is why I say I don't get caught up in her identity. I'm like, yo, are you of the, because this is just confusing. Ma'am, are you of the lineage or not? Let's save the bullshit. Are you, I mean, just get to the point. Are you of the lineage? What lineage? Can you tie your ancestors back to slavery, a plantation? If it's yes, then shut up and just keep, move on. Like all this other stuff we're doing, like, come on, I don't got time for that.
Opportunity and the privilege to go to a college at HBCU and to study under some really amazing scholars in Africana studies.
Yeah. So same day he said, "Damn, a Pan-African baddie." I'm like, this woman could be somebody's wife, right? Over here with this crazy Ashe stuff.
the way that I think about identity, culture, and society is very expanded, right, in that regard. And I'm grateful for it. But I have always, and I will continue to always.
Yeah, I know she might look pretty, but I know she is bat shit crazy. I could tell when she's sitting Indian style. I could tell she is bat shit crazy. Women like this, it just they just trophies. You just walk to Walmart with them, go bowling, and drop their ass off. You you just bring them out with you when you stepping out. You about to pop out, show out. You bring her out with you, and you drop her ass off. You don't stay with you. Go to the movies, go out to eat, and you drop her ass off. You only call her out when you only call her up and take her out only when you want to show out. But she a trophy. You just drop her ass back off because you end up with a domestic violence charge.
Be Pan-African in everything that I do, right? Because I think that Pan-Africanism has saved us and it will continue to save us.
Vince Carter wig.
However, there has been some nuance and some things that I'm realizing amidst these diaspora wars that we really need to address. And it was hurting my feelings for quite some time, right? And I was very, I guess you could say, pessimistic about the state of Pan-Africanism because of these debates and conversations.
Now you know, I sent her a Lineage comment. You already know I did that. I invited her over here. I mean, where is it? Why it takes so long to get the comments? Right there. I said, let me invite you onto my podcast this morning and let's dialogue. Thanks. You dig? Because she seems very opinionated, but I could tell she's very passive aggressive. And I don't believe she's gonna let me talk much. So I'm just giving y'all what's this about? What's this? Okay, yeah. So I don't believe she's going to let me talk much, but I'm open to try.
But I think as a Black American, right, I have had to really take the time to listen to my people in a way that I don't think I have before as it relates to a lot of Black American disposition on these diaspora wars and what they have been experiencing, right? I'm not talking about the FBAs.
Now, she said diaspora wars. Who do you think she's gonna blame? Like it's like there's a consensus. Like everybody say FBA started it. It's over. We started it, according to the consensus.
I'm not talking about ADOS. I'm not talking about niggas who are committed to.
Yes, she said the N-word, and I had to rewind it, and I'm gonna do it right now because she was sounding so sophisticated, professional. She was conscious of her language. She was mindful to say the right words. This is a friendly family channel, and then she turned to Bonquisha. She turned to quote Quonisha. Yes, she said the N-word, and she's about to go crazy with it in a second. Once she said FBA, ADOS, her language I told you she's passive aggressive. It triggered her to say FBA and ADOS. She started the N-word this, N-word that. Listen to this lady.
These diaspora wars and what they have been experiencing, right? I'm not talking about the FBAs.
Watch.
I'm not talking about ADOS.
About to get triggered.
I'm not talking about niggas who are committed to
misunderstanding
or denying the fact that they are of African ancestry. If you are committed on denying the fact that you indeed have African ancestry, my content is not for you. My content is
the way you're sitting down with that big unk on your chest. I already knew your content was not for me. But I'm only here because you gotta put us in the title. I'm only here because you put us in the title. That's all. I want to see what you had to say.
For Pan-Africanism.
Hold on. So Reaction Media TV Piece, he said Y'all got to stop. He said, gaslighting. Are you from the lineage? Exactly. Cut to the yeah. That's all, man. That's all we want to know. Chosen 1619. Soon we will have to fight to keep Tether from claiming. Yeah, I'm telling you, just latching on to honorary FBAs, like they're doing with black right now. Remember, they hated to be called black, but now all of a sudden they're running to we all black. She not us. Diamond says, yeah, she's giving me those vibes. She's claiming to be African American, Pan African, Black American, but so are Tether. So I want to know, are you of the lineage? Salute says, one of those who joined every organization only to try to take it away, take it over. She's been in every organization besides the KKK. I believe that, and she co-opted them, she psyoped them, and never got far. Now she's gonna do her own thing. She's breaking off right now. Message says Message says Pan-Africanist, but then the N word. Yep. Not FBA. She says, yeah, she coon Nisha. That's a good one. Lord Maul. Borrowed time said, I think these folks are indeed backed by somebody in the Democrats. It was never this much pain. African talk before COVID or before delineation. I never considered that because I always thought Pan-Africanist or some African coon. But yeah, this could be a Roland Martin, a Jasmine Crockett psyop. I never thought about that. Like this could be a Democrat plant to undermine us. They hate us the most. Okay. Yeah, you might be right. SOV, the Dark King said, imagine a green card holder believing they have political influence. Yeah. Borrowed Time said all of these people have to be looked at as co-opted and as dangerous enemies. Really not. Yeah. Once you're not with the lineage, yeah, it's all suspicion from that point. SMK Peace. He said Tether started the beef. They brought their tribalism. Yes, they did. They were mad that they couldn't co-opt reparations and tether onto it. That's what really pissed them off when we said, because they were mad when we said in 2004 is kind of when it sparked, when we were saying Obama wasn't black, but they really didn't care too much. It wasn't until like around 2014 when we said reparations are for black Americans that has a lineage of slavery only. That's when they said, man, we hate you. We're waging war. The same way they easily wage war because we're boycotting is the same way they easily wage war back in the 2010s because we said reparations just for us. It doesn't take much for them to wage war against us. Kai says, I don't think other African countries like Nigerians right now, there is something going on with their scamming the other African nations. Yeah, they are. So some of the Ghanaians don't want them there. Will said, I'm not African, period. Borrowed Time says she's not going to talk. You can tell she Dixie dumb and slow as Snell. She's using her looks. We all know it. Yeah, exactly. Yep. She barely knows big words. Right. That's why she came with the N word. That's her big word. SMK made a good point. Chandra says they really are coming at FBA with a tribalistic mentality. If they keep issue with each other, they look at FBA as another tribe to go against. Yep. Lex says, I see some look like a mustache. Oh, shit. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me she got some hormone pills somewhere in her dresser. Dress all, look glamorous, and using the N word is nothing but a primitive move once again. Yep. Yeah. She's really giving Tether. SOV, the Dark King, of course, a Tether talks about war. Yeah, I was going to say that. Like, they're quick to wage war. And I was going to say that, like, yeah, that's what Tethers do. That's all they do in their countries. All they do is have coups. They cool. They remove the regime by a coup. It's never an election. Will said, I have an American record and can't find African record. Yeah, so that's what I was going to talk about in a second with her if she ever accepts my invite. I'm not psychic, but something tells me that if you stand face to face with her, you may need a gas mask. Borrow said that. Are you trying to say she brushed her teeth with spinach leaves? 3M says, does anyone know where Jasmine Crockett from? Yeah, she gotta be a Tether band. And listen, I'm gonna make her an honorary Tether if she is FBA. She gotta go. JJ Morris says they'll listen to the white man all day. The white man's got to them. V4 Vengeance says FBA 1. Yes, sir. Carlos Magnus, peace. He says, when was the last time any African nation won a war? Zero. Only against themselves. Only when the Hutus defeated the Tutsis and what we call as Rwandan genocide. Tashi D, they'll listen to the white man until the white man says something that doesn't fit, like, you gotta go. Once the white man said you got to go, that's when the white man is no good. He's the devil. Salute says FBAs want to be left alone. Those tethers want to be head tether in charge. FBAs always because we are winning, right? SOV, Jamaica didn't even support Marcus Garvey, even though he couldn't get anything done in his homeland. Right, but he could have had a pseudo regime over there. Borrowed Time says, I don't want to be left alone, so no more. As soon as I had a few of them make statements about slavery is squash Earth Time. Wig, Misha Crockett, SMK, absolutely. They are never African until they come here. Back home, they are a tribe, a nationality, and just a flat out tether.
Niggas who actually want to push forward liberation.
Look. She back with the N-word. Look. Oh shit, my fault.
Have African ancestry. My content is not for you. My content is for Pan-African niggas who actually want to push forward liberation.
Look at their language.
Who actually want to push forward love, and who actually want to see the growth and the development of our people from a place of empowerment, knowledge.
Did she have? I'm just asking a question.
Spirituality, right? Culture. All that other shit is not for you.
Look at the language.
I'm not for any kind of nigga, any kind of African that
yeah. When she make that face right there, she got like a shadow. It might not be real, but it's like a shadow mustache.
I embrace Pan-Africanism. Because just because you of African descent don't mean that you Pan-African. I'm not speaking to you niggas either. You niggas can go to hell.
All right, so guys.
I don't give a damn. Why? Because
she went crazy. She tried so hard earlier to be sophisticated, mindful with her language, very articulate, no curse words, no profanity. Once she said ADOS and FBA, she got triggered. Look at her language. So guys, FBA, the lineage, men. So you ain't got no chance at her. All right. You can try. Her name is Seven Soldier. You could try to hit her up and find her, but she said you could fake like you're a Pan-Africanist, but if you're not a Pan-Africanist, she ain't rocking with you. Right? You got no chance of hell dating her.
You are a part of the problem, and I'm done addressing people who are committed to misunderstanding me, and quite literally.
ZW, you coming off like you with the lineage. I'm gonna give you a lineage wrench, like the video with it. You dig? And yeah, we got work with the likes too, family. Come on, we 3:30 off.
Committing themselves to feeding the problems that dwell between the discourse amongst people of African descent. Straight like that. And I want to pull up this video that honestly led to a lot of this discourse, okay? So this creator's name is Deja, all right? And they do a lot of beauty content, specifically Black American beauty. That's what she states. And she made a video that said, where essentially are the Black American beauty creators? When she goes into different conferences and different spaces, she does not see Black American beauty creators, right? And
let me shout out FBA Drew G. Let me shout out you and also Don Winkler. Let me give y'all guys wrenches. These are lineage wrenches. Like the video with a lineage, like you dig. And let me give Drew G. All right, the family is definitely pulling up today. Yeah, because they raging war. We like, yo, what's that about? So I'm trying to give G a damn wrench. My son hits my damn elbow. And God. Okay, here we go. Boom. There we go. Okay.
Received about 200,000 views. It was a lot of different comments. And she said she would like to see Black American beauty creators dominate the space again. I think for me, language is important. So to say that you would like to see Black American
language is important. You just used the N-word recklessly. You just said SHIT. You just went off on a profane tangent.
Americans dominate space for me, when I seen the video, it just did not sit right with me. Now, if you want to watch the video,
these crazy Pan-Africans. I said that yesterday. They are definitely psyops. They are for all types of Black power except for lineage Black power. You heard this clown right here. This dude right here made up 1,000 excuses on his panel to FBAs on why Tether's undermine and do this and do that. He made up 1,000 excuses for them. And him and his pseudo wife named Empress, they blamed us the first chance they got. And these guys are supposed to be FBA. They blamed us the first chance they got, but they gave Tethers every excuse for do dirt. So Iconic back in there with a $1.99 at Lineage donation. He says, "I'm not an African. I'm FBA for life." Exactly, my. Yep. Okay. And infamous Eli's in the building, so I'm gonna throw him a wrench, Lineage wrench. Eli, just go ahead and like the video, cause my other rich family gang ain't liking the video.
Watch the video. Essentially, you can follow this person at DEJA.ZHA.
Her wig full of contradictions. And yeah, I'm the worst when it comes to like wigs. I remember I was dating some chick. It wasn't like a real date. I wasn't dating her. I just got a number. We're going out. And I remember I came to pick her up. You know, I'm like mid-20s. I came to pick her up. And I seen her hair. It was like kind of long. I said, "You got nice hair." And she gave me like the most stank look ever. Listen, I'm bad knowing like what's real hair, what's fake hair. I'm still bad. I thought that was a real hair. But but she gave me the most stank look ever. So I'm like I was confused as I'm driving. I'm like, "Oh shit, that might not be her hair." So I knew I ruined the date. Damn, she think I'm trying to be funny. You dig? But that's what happened. I'm bad with like wigs and what's real, what's fake.
N.E. Deja Janae. That's a very Black American name. Love that. But
Message says, "I'm about to crash out. Who asked this bitch what's his well with her?" Right. I know what's his well with Pan-Africanism scamming. Yeah. Come on. It doesn't sit well with her. Again, I'm telling you, they are for all diaspora power, all motherland power that they call motherland, but they are 100% against foundational Black American power. They hate when we want to empower ourselves. It's like, no, empower Africa. Like, look at our $1.7 trillion spending power. Give it to Africa. Why keep it amongst yourselves? They hate us being empowered at all levels.
That's essentially what she said, right? And I was so irritated and tired. So even prior to me creating this video,
right. Yeah, I thought that was a real hair. She was hot. Yes. Should I say nice wig? Like, is that better?
It received a lot of pushback. I was like, bro,
when are
we going to recognize that our labor is being exploited?
I don't know none of that. So, and I messed up a few more times, chat. The Lineage, I did that a few more times. I got corrected by like friends and my mother. So I just stopped. I said, okay, whatever. I'm gonna stop. If it's yours, great. If it's not, cool. I stopped just even trying to. I'm just, whatever.
A more grandiose scale across all different sectors of labor. And when are we going to get out of this need to dominate each other?
Yeah, they love the
colonizers. Quite frankly,
they believe the
compared to white folk,
so
whether you're
invincible.
Caribbean, Nigerian, Americans from Zimbabwe, however you identify as a person of African descent, all of us are niggas and we are getting paid less than white folk.
Yo, she just said she wants to watch. She's careful with her language. Yo, she is, I mean, sis, are you sophisticated? Are you a hood rat? You cannot be both. You cannot be both at the same time. It's like driving me crazy. Like, which personality? Okay, she might have a mental disorder. You dig? She's now giving me bipolar, schizophrenia. She's giving me that now. That's why I say you just take her out as a trophy, eye candy, and you drop her ass off. Because you will, if you're a man, you will be charged with a domestic violence with that woman. You're going to end up having to do something to her. Because one of her personalities is going to kick in and she's going to push you to the limit. You take her as bowling You take her to the club, whatever, and you drop. All right, sis, have a good night. You don't want to know. No, have a good night. I'll call you Friday. We'll go out and go to you dig to Roofs or some shit. We'll find something to do. We'll go to the mall and walk around and window shop. But yeah, that's it. Have a good day. She's a
So
baddie
quite
rat,
literally, this
full of a rat.
idea of dominating space amidst a global market that disproportionately
Wait.
pays.
You said how when I paused the video, her right eye smaller than the left one. Yeah. She don't know how to be pretty. Okay, so family, when you got an advantage, like if you got dimples or you got something going on that's like cute or attractive, you gotta know how to master that. Like some women have like certain eye color or structure, and they'll put eyeliner to maximize it. Some women got full lips, and they'll put something there, lip gloss to maximize it. You dig? She is struggling or maximizing her beauty. Like she's making these faces, and she's like really taken away from her beauty. Like, so it's like, yo, you're looking mannish at times, like Joanna man. Like, yeah, and that's like cringing me. It's like, dude, like, come on, you have to, if you're gonna be the pretty Pan-Africanist woman, conscious woke woman, then be that. Learn how to make those faces. Like, watch TikTok videos. Those women do it all the time. Like, they keep their pretty, and they can make the dumbest face, but they could keep their pretty. Like, she got to learn how to keep her pretty because that's throwing me off. Like, because when she's not pretty, she's looking like a man a little bit.
Black people, to me, is nuts. It doesn't make sense, right? Because it's just like, can we get down
One
to
eye
the
is
root
smaller.
issues? Okay. But
Yeah,
this
global market. Stop.
conversation and her expressing her feelings led to some deeper
Strawberry
revelations
fields.
within the African diaspora and within these diaspora wars. Okay. And that was coupled, interestingly enough,
Now
with
she's back sophisticated.
conversations around Black Americans experiencing historical erasure.
Right. Can she just land her plane? Because I want to give a reaction, give commentary to an idea that she believes in. I don't know. She's just talking in circles and
There's a
talking.
lot of Juneteenth discourse happening, and
Can you land your plane so I can do a reaction to what you said that might make sense or not? But you're not landing your plane. You're just saying random stuff. Can you just make sense for me?
the ways that Juneteenth has been co-opted to some
Oh
extent and
God.
made to be a Pan-African holiday instead of a holiday that represents and celebrates people of African descent in the United States specifically. And I think that's important because we all have culture that is significant to us, particularly as African people. But I find that for
There's no
African
African people
Americans, in
in
spite of
America
being
naturally,
told by
natively.
some folk that we don't have
Ethno
no culture, we lazy,
genetically.
we this, we that, we have holidays and traditions that even in this moment aren't being expressed as
Yo, what is she talking about? I'm about to go to the next video. I thought she was gonna like, say something where we can respond to and cook her, but damn.
authentically in the foundations in which it was created.
Now she's back sophisticated.
For example, Juneteenth, and it being a Texan holiday, the colors being red, white, and blue, but commercially they have been turned into Pan-African colors. And instead of it being a celebration and an ode to Black American history, we are not playing Black American music at Juneteenth celebrations. We are saying that this is a holiday that represents all African people all over the world. But
Hey, 3M, yeah, that was definitely true in the damn 60s. You dig? We were the only black people in the world, and then guess what? They co-opted it, via Jesse Jackson and other agents, and now these Pan-Africanist agents. I wonder if Jesse Jackson a Pan-Africanist. I want to look into that.
if it was to be, if the shoe was on the other foot, quite frankly, and we went to another country and there was a specific holiday that celebrated the emancipation of another
Yeah, I'm just gonna
African,
fast forward. Okay, can you get to something spicy?
because he stated this. He was like, Black Americans have created a world where everyone, especially if you are of African descent, can live and exist in comfortably, where you can indulge in our culture, cultural foods, cultural music,
Can
style,
you get to something?
any subcultures and genres. EOS niggas, I'm not talking about the FBA
This
niggas.
you go, this you go. Okay,
But
I'm telling you, yo, she got multiple personalities disorder, whatever that is. Is that multiple personality disorders? What's the real clinical term for that? She's sophisticated, she's feminine, and then she's bonquisha. Listen,
subcultures and genres all
no
across the
more.
world. But I think that, and what a lot of Black Americans have been saying, I'm not talking about the ADOS niggas, I'm not talking about the FBA niggas, I'm talking about the Black Americans who are proud in their culture, who know their culture, who
What the? She just snapped and went back sophisticated.
have been feeling disrespected. Folk have been upset because on one end we create spaces of safety for people of African descent in this country, and on the other end we get disrespected for not having culture or not being African enough or not being all of these things, when in actuality it isn't true.
Land your
And I would
plane.
like to add to the conversation
No,
that
Let's fast forward that.
function
I
in
just want
space with
to
each
hear
other,
something.
but I don't want us to lose the plot.
What's the plot?
And I think as a Pan-African who loves African diaspora people,
Okay.
whether it's in America, whether it's in
They
Zimbabwe,
always love everybody but themselves. When I say themselves, the lineage. They love a Pan-Africanist. They love everybody else but a FBA.
Uganda, Ethiopia,
Look at this.
Nigeria, wherever you from, Colombia, you
What
know
about
what
what
I'm
about
saying,
America?
Panama, Cuba, wherever you are
Told you.
from, I love you. I want to learn about
Told
you.
you.
I care because I know the world has taught us not
But
to.
aren't we Pan-Africanists according to you? What about the Black American Foundation Black American Pan-African? You don't love them?
But everybody don't think like that. Everybody doesn't have the capacity to
Yeah, the
hold
plot.
space for that. Or we've been taught not to hold capacity or space for that when
Okay, come on.
we have been experiencing,
Say
or
something
the
toxic.
xenophobia that African continental Africans and Caribbeans have been experiencing on light of Black Americans. It goes back to colonization. But I think the culture.
Okay, but go see. She's saying stuff. She's not expressing it. She's not elaborating. She said the plot. She didn't explain it. She said colonization. It goes back to that. She's not explaining. Like, sis, can you say something and then expound on it? You're just saying words.
And the deeper issues that we need to address, right?
Is what?
It goes back to historical erasure.
Okay.
And listening, keeping my ear in the Black American streets.
Wait. So you don't want to expound on it? You just saying stuff?
I'm hearing, and I'm also assessing socially, that it's not really Black Americans who are creating exclusionary culture or making people of African descent that are continental, that migrated here, or Caribbean that migrated.
What are we doing?
A lot of the times it's folk who have migrated here that don't know our culture, that kind of address us with the xenophobia and disrespect us.
Okay, you admit that.
Quite
Good.
frankly, in our house and in our
Caribbean.
home, this place that we've made place. And one of my mutuals on TikTok was like, I'm so tired of us constantly fighting over, Yo,
can you please?
Don't think that we can just disregard that. So he said people are obsessed, Samadu, he said people are obsessed with this idea of individual place-based plantations, and they can't see the transatlantic slave trade as what it really became. One big plantation that African descended people still live on.
No. Wait. Run that back, Turbo. Hold on, run that back.
Can't see the transatlantic slave trade as what it really became. one big plantation that
No, that's a lie. I'm sorry, because dude, this guy loves my elbow. He loves. Okay, what do you want? Okay, yeah, I gotta charge it here. Take this one. Yeah, yeah, we're not gonna do the one big plantation because they always brag about. You want the drums? Want the piano? What do you want? Yeah, there's no. Okay, all right, here, take it. What you here? I got it. Okay, take it. Here. Why you call me then? All right. So there's no one big plantation, right? Because you guys will brag about having colonizers. Colonizers don't run plantations. That's slave owners. Okay. So no, there's not one big plantation. The plantation only existed here, and we are the only ones that had that experience. All right. So no, we're not going to spread our youth and experience to everybody. What song? Oh, the song you listen to. Okay, let me find the song. Okay. Okay, we'll take your iPad. All right. See, this is what that's what make the interview messed up. Lex, put that down. Give me flag. Okay. Yeah, so I got to be on mute. All right. Yeah, so we're not going to extend our experience to tethers. That ain't happening.
African descended people still live on. Okay, and it's
Yeah,
tea. It's
the
tea.
whatever that's on the lips, that was a bad decision. That was really bad because it really looks like a mustache.
Don't get me wrong, it's tea. However, I think that it would be tone deaf to say and ignore the culture and the
Exactly, big bro.
legacies that people of African descent have
Exactly,
built
SMK. They
on
sneaky as
these
yes.
lands and on these, place-based plantations, and say it doesn't matter, right? Nobody cares because it's become our home for generations.
All right, so and I mean, she just talking. I mean, like, yeah, I might not want her to come over here because she's gonna do what Kwame does. I could tell. She's probably the woman version of Kwame. So look, as I play this family, I'm in the background getting my playlist ready, and I'm gonna play my videos. All right, that I have ready to play today. Right, so I'm gonna definitely stop her, but right now I'm gonna play her only to get my stuff ready. All right, so hold on. So bear with this weirdo.
And we have built relationships with the land and with the place. And I think that one of the beautiful things of
Yeah, did she say beautiful? You see what I'm saying? I told you she's trying too hard to be something she's not. Ma'am, it's okay to be a hood rat. Just speak like a hood rat. Like it actually it's good to just be yourself. Because at one point I found myself some years ago on a live talking about, yeah, hypothetically, Bob, trying to do all that. I said, nah, come on, man. Let me just talk how I talk. And it'd be more genuine, more receptive. Man, listen, this sophisticated trying to use big words and trying to impress us. It's not you, man. Just talk how you would normally talk. What up, Shawty? What up, girl? Yeah, these motherfuckers. Yeah, go talk the way you talk. It'll be better received. Cause now you're saying beauty. What she say? Beauty. What she say? I can't even. Bootyful. What did she say?
And we have
How
built
you mess that word
relationships
up?
with the land and with the place. And I think that one of the beautiful things of being human, being a scholar, being an intellect.
How do you mess that word up? She got her hand on her damn head. So Malcolm X thing, yo, what are you doing?
Beautiful. And I think that one of the
that hug came out right there. Yeah, she might be from who talk like that? Who she sound like? That's some Cardi B shit right there.
Things of being human, being a scholar, being an intellectual is that your ideas constantly evolve, and involve you interrogating them and taking them to a deeper level.
Yeah, chat. She might be the worst person I ever played on my channel, like this year. She might be the worst person I ever played on my channel. And I played some bad people, some horrible people. She is just saying words. Like seriously, she's saying words. I would love to see her write a sentence. I would love to see her read a sentence and explain, like, put it in her own words. Like, what you get out of this? She is literally just talking. Yeah, I'm going to the store, get some bread, and the Yankees, man, they just beat the Braves, right? Patrick Mahomes, he lost to Hurts, right? And that hurt because, I was rooting for Patrick Mahomes. You dig? That's my homie. And speaking of my homie owed me $5. You dig? And speaking of $5, the $5 Indians, and we ain't gonna have no $5 FBAs. We ain't gonna have that. And speaking of FBA, I got a BA. Or I was thinking about getting one. You dig? It never happened. Like that's what she's doing. She's just talking. She's just talking. Whatever comes to her head, she's just going. Listen, man, you're not convincing us you're intelligent. Stop it. Or educated. You lost that. You lost that. So just be yourself. Just be yourself. Okay. You are not one of those intellectuals at all. Stop. You speak how you feel. You're feeling based. You're not educational, reading books. You don't do that. You feel it and you say it.
As you learn, as you listen, as you pay attention. And as I reflected on the landscape, right, I also had to reflect on my experience as a Black American. And
I thought you was
a
African
couple
American.
months back during Black History Month, I made a post that was like, yo, I feel like when Black Americans are in space, right, I don't feel like we kind of big up our heritage enough.
Just us. I'm telling you, all of their criticism, and they say we're xenophobic. They say we attack them. All of you'll find me a Pan-Africanist, that their criticism is focused on somebody else. It's always us. We're just no good.
Like, we kind of get meek and small when people are like, oh yeah, I'm from Nigeria, I'm from Ghana, I'm from this, I'm from that. We kind of get like, oh, I'm from South Carolina. And we kind of make it seem like it's less than what it actually is, when regardless of where you from, you have a deep history of African resistance, culture, and liberation there.
No, we don't.
The issue comes in, and I'm talking to Black Americans at this point. A lot of us have a low national pride.
Told you, we're just, why don't they just be upfront and say, y'all are the problem. FBAs, we don't like y'all. Y'all the reason why the world is failing. Y'all the reason why floods happen. You're the reason why Iran is struck down. Yes, you guys. Just say that, man. Just say that. Just be honest.
And it's
all right. So I'm gonna come back to her. Okay, here we go.
County deputies and ICE agents went looking for one man in Albertville and then ended up arresting more. Thank you for watching tonight. I'm Margot Gray. So deputies, along with Homeland Security,
I'm gonna definitely come back to her later because I'm having fun with her. All right, sometimes stupid people deserve attention because they clout chase, they attention seek. Okay, here you go. You got our attention. Now we're gonna put your stupidity on blast before the world.
Agents executed a search warrant at the Chowking restaurant for this man right here, Xu Feng, a wanted Chinese national out of New York. But then they found 6 more employees who they say are here illegally. WAFF 48's Nick Ballinger joins me now in studio. Nick Feng was wanted out of New York for a felony fraud case.
He was, Margo. The Marshall County Sheriff tells me
they don't even direct their message towards Pan-Africanists and folks who think like them. They only address us and they only talk to us. Like when they go live to talk about us in a bad way, they only want to talk to us. They're talking to us. They never talk to themselves because they're a small, tiny, insignificant, irrelevant group that's not even like on code with each other. If you talk to 5 different Pan-Africanists, they're going to give you different understandings of Pan-Africanism. They got 1,000 leaders. Baba Smalls, the Prince of Papa, They got Marcus Garvey, like he's their like spiritual leader, like some religious shit. And they got the flag. The flag's their leader. Wherever the flag is at, they just follow it. They just all over the place, man. And they got a lot of infighting.
Of an illegal operation in New York that would help other undocumented Chinese immigrants get a driver's license. He says the operation.
Let me back that up.
Other undocumented Fang was part of an illegal operation in New York that would help other undocumented Chinese immigrants get a driver's license. He says,
Sam, what is the obsession? What is the plot? Please, somebody tell me. Why is this a big thing to give illegals driver licenses, and CDLs? Why is that a bit? I mean, do we need Uber Eats that bad? Do I need a ride to the airport that bad? Why do these folks need a driver license so bad that people will risk federal time? They will risk their freedom. They will risk their career, their job. They'll be shamed all across America as a traitor. Why is this so important? I don't need to get to the airport that bad, man. I don't need my pizza here that fast. Why is it so important that these folks must have CDLs and licenses in a illegal way? Shit crazy, man. Like, hey, please give me the scheme and plot.
The operation this morning was not a workplace raid. He tells me when they execute a search warrant for one person, anyone else inside the building is, quote, fair game.
Right. The Trump administration already told you that. That's why, you know why they're doing that? Because they're trying to discourage tethers to flock together, illegals to be together. So they're trying to, like, if you're illegal, don't be around this smuggler because you're not on the list. He is. So we get him, you going too. I mean, so that's smart. They're discouraging these illegals to galvanize and, group up, link up, tether up. You dig? So that's very, very wise.
An Albertville restaurant is short-staffed after 7 of its employees were placed into ICE custody. Marshall County Sheriff Phil Sims wants Friday morning's arrest to send one message.
You gotta sit down and eat.
If you're going to be around and hang out with people who are breaking the law, whether they're here legally or not, and then we encounter you and determine that you are here illegally, then you're fair game.
Marshall County deputies, along with members of a Homeland Security task force, ICE agents, executed an arrest warrant at the Chow King restaurant on Highway 431. Deputies found this man, Xu Fang, an undocumented Chinese national. Fang had an active felony fraud warrant out of New York for allegedly being a part of a criminal operation to help other undocumented Chinese immigrants obtain driver's licenses illegally.
And oh my God. I would hate to get into a car wreck with an illegal, undocumented, unlicensed immigrant. I'll be so effing mad, man. I hope that never happens to me, man, because I will probably go all the way out.
Move that's going on in our area and the immigration problems, you're going to see a good cooperation between your local law enforcement and our federal partner.
Homeland Security officials then found 6 more employees who they say are also undocumented. 3 from Mexico and 3 from Guatemala.
This was not a workplace raid. I'm going to make that clear. This was not a workplace raid.
Sims and ICE officials tell me when they're executing a warrant on a suspected undocumented individual, they have the right to check anyone's legal status in the building. All 7 are being placed in ICE custody and are being taken to the ICE detention facility in Etowah County. I'm also told the owner of the restaurant isn't facing any charges at this time. Margot?
Okay, so there we go. So now let me get rid of that one. Now it looks like some folks they want to watch the sister Tether. All right, but let me get some news and updates first. Now, I'm gonna go back to the sister. I was rambling because some folks. They want to watch that for whatever reason. All right, so I'm gonna go back to it. That's high demand right now. They want to see the sister ramble.
I predict it will be a prison break. New York desperately needs strong, sane leadership, not woke Marxism. Just this weekend, an off-duty Border Patrol officer was shot in the face during a botched robbery in a New York City park. But as of earlier today, Mamdani was totally silent about that shooting. After all, he's on vacation. Here now to respond is Trump's border czar. He's doing a phenomenal job. Tom Homan is with us. Tom, thank you for being with us. This guy apparently is second suspect in the New York City border agent shooting. Is a Biden illegal who had 8 priors?
8 priors.
Yeah, both of them. The shooter and his accomplice that was driving a moped, they both entered during the Biden administration. They both were released on their own recognizance. Wasn't even a bomb placed on, wasn't detention. They released them right away. And as you said in the last 4 years, Sean, unvetted people.
So let me stop this right here because folks want to see her. All right, cool. Let's go back.
Because of a lack of education surrounding African American.
Yo, they left my lie to go watch it themselves. All right, let me go back. Let me go back.
That we kind of dwell in that. And because of the cultural porousness and how African diaspora, quite frankly,
30 people
it
leave
means
since I stopped
to be
playing.
a Black American,
okay, I'll play her.
Is we fall short of being prideful and learning and studying the traditions of our culture.
Yo, why does she sound like one of those folks from A Living Color, yo? Oswald Bates, yo, she sounds just like Oswald Bates, yo.
But that issue of not studying the ins and outs of our culture isn't something that Black Americans exclusively
40 people left since I stopped playing her. All right,
because I've had homies from Cote d'Ivoire.
Listen, I'll play her. I invite her over here too. All right, y'all could talk to her. You know what I mean? Okay. I invite her over. I resend an invitation. If she comes, you guys have a chance to. If she comes, you have a chance to ask her questions, things like that.
From all over the continent, that's like, oh yeah, like y'all Black Americans.
All right, shit. I might know the blueprint. Let me get some pretty tethers on here. I might get the blueprint. Oh, my fault.
Know more African history and understandings of culture than some folk who are continental African and had parents who migrated here, right? Because granted, Black Americans to some extent couldn't name a African
eat one at a time
dish, traditionally cultural dish that comes from the continent. And
yeah, you're right. I can't name one. You're absolutely right. And I never ate one either. I had no desires to ever eat one. You're 100% right. You're right. I can't do it. What's the problem with that?
You know, I know how to make this dish. But if you look and you study African American culture, you recognize and you understand that it is a continuity of.
I knew it. I'm telling you, yo, listen, let me summarize it for her. FBAs are just pieces of shit. They should have never been freed, emancipated from slavery. They should never fought for their freedom in the 1963 Civil War. At 1963 during the Civil War, we should never fought for civil rights. We should just pick cotton and just shut up. These tethers, they believe we just can't do shit right. Like over here, okay, we just can't do shit right. All right, you're really close to your afternoon spanking to set you straight.
Kind of people.
Yeah, we just can't do shit right. We're to blame for everything. If we don't know what African dish, we don't know what it is, we don't know that. We can't run a country, we can't run a nation. It's just like we're just degenerates. All projections.
But the issue with a lot of people who are of African descent who migrate to the U.S. is that they don't see it, right? They don't get taught it. They don't know it. And some Black Americans don't see it, don't get taught it, or know it either. So I think this conversation around, Black Americans not having culture and us moving into a space of cultural pride.
Look, I love family. I'm playing her again. So can y'all come back? Can I get the 40 people back? Okay, she's back on the screen. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play other videos of hers. She might. Come on. I'm trying to invite her on the channel.
is a beautiful call.
But she don't want to. She want Pan-Africanists only.
To study and dive deeper in what the legacy of being Black American is.
I'm gonna play other videos of hers, okay?
Solidarity and
look, everybody coming back.
In Black American culture and who love Black American culture.
All right, hold on.
Right.
Let me see what other videos she got. All right, maybe she got other videos. All right, because it seems like you guys like her.
A charge to do the same. I also think it's a charge to not fall into xenophobic
and being ghetto ain't wrong.
Ideas or ways of thinking because of this discussion and because of what's happening, because I personally think that the white man wins.
It all boils down to the white man. FBAs are degenerates for not knowing that the white man is the boogeyman, and we're the idiots that think the white man can be defeated. We're the idiots that don't know the white man is invincible, and we're wasting our time bucking up against his system. It comes back down to the white man. He's move out the way from Corey. He's unbeatable. And that's in the house. He's unbeatable. We're wasting our time going to politics, trying to run a country. He could take it from here. He got it. Just trust in the white man. Okay, Black Americans are dumb to even believe they can buck up against the system. He's too powerful. Okay, so put that white Jesus on your wall and get back in line. That's what pretty much was how she's speaking right now.
I went to a cookout when we had this conversation.
A cookout.
And
next she's gonna say she made collard greens in a bathtub. I'm telling you.
A beautiful Black American sister of mine was like, yeah, I'm not about to teach nobody about my culture that don't give a damn to learn it or just straight up disrespect me.
What's wrong with that?
However, I'm thinking about if I was to go to Ghana, right, today or tomorrow, and granted, just think about this real quick, because this is something that came up. If I was to go to Ghana and I was to stay in Ghana for some time, I migrate to Ghana, and I was to be like, Ghanaians don't really have culture for real. Like, I feel like y'all culture is honestly like a derivative of just like French culture, and y'all just are super like colonized in that way. Whatever.
Disrespectful.
It would be a Ghanaian who would educate me and be like, actually, boo, no, that's not the reality. That's what they tell you. But the T is Do you get what I'm saying?
No.
And I think that we have a duty as people of African descent, we have a duty, excuse me.
Yeah.
We have a duty as people of African descent, no matter where we come from, to educate people of African descent, no matter where we come from, on the culture, the customs, traditions, and the legacies of our people. But we also, as people of African descent, if we actually love each other and respect each other's culture, have a duty to always function in a spirit of respect, curiosity, and seeking to know, especially when we migrate to somebody's land or place.
Right here.
Right? And made place there. Yeah. I think that that's just basic, non-xenophobic ways.
Hey, family, she's just too deep for us, man.
Living and being.
She's just too woke.
Non-colonial ways of living and being. Because if I was to go to Ghana and say, oh yeah, you don't have no culture,
diaspora wars, xenophobia, and Black Americans.
Whose mentality am I taking on? A colonial one. But if I was to function from an indigenous perspective, no matter where I travel, guess what I'm going to seek to do?
What?
I'm going to seek to understand the culture of that said people. So no matter where you from in the U.S., I don't care if you have a flag or you know where you people come from, whatever the case may be. You can still not know where your people come from or your history. And I think that's the thing that kind of separates or creates not just resentment,
rambling, man,
but a little bit of an identity wound for Black Americans, that we don't have a flag. Granted, people are talking about this Black American heritage flag. I didn't know about that flag till a couple years ago. I didn't grow up having that flag around my house. I grew up with the Pan-African flag.
Oh, not the RBG.
But nothing that was specifically giving an ode to Black American culture, legacy, and struggle. And it's not an emoji. You know what I'm saying? So I'm actually not mad anymore when people say that Black Americans are experiencing historical erasure at all, because quite frankly, we are. We're in the belly of the beast, where European folk who run this system have done an amazing job of making sure that our legacy of resistance, our culture, our continuity of African culture was quite frankly pushed under the rug. But what they seek to push out is the materialism, the hypersexualization, the violence that their circumstances created for us. And granted, while though it makes good music.
And I don't mean to break your heart, fellas, but man, this ain't how she always look. Right? I'm looking through her stuff, man. I ain't gonna show it because they're gonna say I'm shaming, but I'm letting you know she got hella makeup on.
Okay. It makes good aesthetics. It makes fly shit. It doesn't speak to the soul of who we are.
She's overthinking.
And it's so funny because I've learned in this process.
Coming off dumb, bro. She haven't made a coherent sentence yet. Like she just talking. Hey, take out the trash, right? And the stop sign. Don't you stop there? Pluto, is it a country? I mean, is it a planet, or are they saying it's not a planet again? I don't know. Flowers, are they red or pink? Bees. Why don't hornets produce honey? Okay, trees. Why are they always green majority? I mean, that's what she's doing. She's just going on and on and on and on. But she's pretty, so people,
right.
People like remember Kelly Bundy? Like, she was funny on the what's that called? Married with Children. She was funny because she was a pretty dumb woman. So some people really like to be entertained by pretty dumb women, and it's whatever.
One of the names in which Black Americans have been coined to take on is Solon, because we are soulful people, and we are.
You want what?
We are. We are so soulful, and I think that with the love that we have, with the culture of resistance,
I can't skip this. Everybody leave. I'm gonna have 30 people watching if I skip this. I gotta play the rest of it. Like you did. Like they want to hear what they want her to land her plane. You dig? I guess she gonna land her plane finally at 39 minutes and 48 seconds. I think she's gonna finally wrap it up at that point. That's what I'm thinking.
We had with the solidarity that we have always had with people of African descent all over the world. I think we deserve to have.
I tried to get rid of her, and everybody left. So I got her back. They came back. Some of them.
A closer look at our culture and seek to understand it and celebrate
she's
it.
A walking
not from a place of extraction or consumption, but from a place of respect.
Serious, I believe, a mental disorder or illness. Right? She's all calm right now, but I know she's toxic as she's violent toxic. Okay. I know, I could tell. I bet you she got some domestic shit on her rap sheet. I guarantee you.
Respect, love, and understanding and compassion.
Show one of those pics. All right.
So
All right. Y'all want to see what I'm talking about when I say she got a lot of makeup on her? Okay. All right. Then y'all gonna leave because your wifey, you're gonna see your wifey true beauty, and she ain't what you think she is. Y'all gonna leave again. But all right, there you go.
I think it's truly important for us to, at the end of the day, lean back into Pan-Africanism and recognize that a lot of the diaspora wars that we are seeing is truly a result of historical trauma that's been placed on us through European colonization and world domination. And that is what leads to the identity wounds that we see playing out
they look like two different. Oh, stop right there. Damn.
Even if Black Americans are not included.
Can we be honest? These look like two different women. Like they got separate podcasts.
In a conversation, because diaspora wars happen between folk who are just of Caribbean descent too. Black Americans ain't the ones that started.
She's dark skinned, she's light skinned. This is the dark skinned Michael Jackson, this is the light skinned Michael Jackson.
diaspora wars. No, diaspora wars happen in countries in between
am I
countries
lying?
all across the world. But guess what?
Look,
because of that,
there you go.
There are
light skin. She went from dark skin to light skin in the mirror. You know, she locked herself in the bathroom, and she became a red bone. That's crazy. I told you. Now y'all want to hear this babble no more, do you? We gonna finish this now. You ain't gonna have me expose her, and all of a sudden cut her off. No.
What identity wounds that are created?
Look, everybody leaving now.
Someone feels they are inferior and superior, and I'm gonna give you an example. The Hutsi and the Tutsi in Rwanda.
Oh, wait. Who brings that up all the time? Myself. Okay, let's see if she's gonna be historically correct.
Great example of how European colonization took a people who were the same. Okay?
No, they were not. If they were the same, they'd have all been Hutus or Tutsis. They were not the same. One made up the population in that region, like 80%. That was the Hutus. And the Tutsis made up like 18%. And they had a smaller group that's like 1-2% of the population. They were not the same. They had total different historical practices, different cultures, how they practice religion. They see themselves as opposition. Okay. The Hutus were the majority. The Tutsis were the small the large minority, and there was a smaller group there that made up like 2-3% of the population. They were not the same. That's like saying Igbos and Fulanis are the same. So then why they call Igbos and why they call Fulanis then? That's like saying Nigerians and Kenyans are the same people. That's just stupid. They're not the same. She don't respect cultural identity. They see themselves differently. And they delineate it from each other. Okay. Oh, you're that? Well, I'm this over here. I don't want nobody confusing us to be the same. Oh, you're the Hutus? Okay, we're the Tutsis. So they're not the same. SOV threw a Lineage donation in there. He said, loving the stream FBA stand up, runs our cash. Runs us cash. Yes, sir. Appreciate it. All right. Let's go.
Quite literally the same.
They're not the literally. She said they're not the same tribe. Wait, ma'am, you just said the Hutus and the Tutsis. How are they the same tribe? They would be under the same name. What are we doing, man? She didn't say that, did she? Did she say that?
Colonization took a people who were the same. Okay? Quite literally the same tribe, different features.
The same tribe, ma'am. They were called the Tutsi. That's a different tribe than the Hutus. And now she's not gonna speak it. Now, check this out. I'm telling you, they don't hold non-FBA blacks accountable for shit. Now, is she gonna mention? Stop. Is she gonna mention that the Hutus genocided the Tutsis? No, throw it over there. Not by the window. Throw it over there. Is she gonna mention? Yeah, over there. Is she gonna mention that the Hutus genocided the Tutsis? And she's gonna blame and hold them accountable. Watch physically, it was the Hutus who genocided the Tutsis. Watch how she make it seem like white people did it. And now watch, I'll have no idea what she's gonna say. I'm just good at tether babble.
Igbo Yoruba. Okay?
She's a slow witch. This crazy pseudo. The Hutus were unalive. Yeah,
genocide
exactly.
And what happened there is a prime example. Because the Hutsi and the Tutsi were the same people.
They were not.
And they went and said that because your features are this way, you're better. And because your features are that way.
That's not what they did. It had nothing to do with features. It had everything to do with practices, cultural beliefs, and tribalism. It had nothing to do. They probably look alike. What are you talking about? So, okay, but how? She just said they were the same people. So if they're the same people, then how they got distinctive features? Like somebody said, she's a slow witch, walking contradiction or talking contradiction.
Or worse.
No, don't touch that. No.
So guess what happened?
In Hotel Rwanda. No, because that's not your rock.
Tutsis, who are of the same tribe,
were she's globalizing history,
fighting each other and killing each other to the point of a genocide amongst people. And guess who came in after the fact? After they tainted them with European ideology, okay, and European pseudoscience.
He's just revising history.
They came and they said that they were.
Yeah, I did about 4 or 5 shows on this. I'm actually debating a Pan-Africanist on this. So we read this history together. You dig? And he tried to water it down and overblame the white man. And I was holding them accountable for the actions they caused.
Stop, trying to help and make peace, i.e. the UN, United Nations. When the same people who created that is the same people who created the ideology that created the genocide to begin with. Right?
What are you talking about? What was the ideology? Yeah, she can't even tell you like what happened and how they end up killing each other. Well, only one side got killed. Okay, but she can't even go into it. But she's telling us that we need to know about African dishes.
So at what point do we recognize and start to become irritated with European cultural thought?
So we're not irritated with black tribal tribes killing, genociding other ones. We're not irritated at that. Again, I knew it. No accountability.
And colonial thought as it relates to these diaspora wars and not each other. Granted, accountability is important. Okay. But again, let's not lose the plot and trying to blame somebody for saying this or doing that, when the reason why we don't know about each other and we're not educated about each other is because of a European system that taught all of us ain't worth shit and don't have nothing to know.
I don't know about that system.
And quite literally, if you are of African descent, Black American, Jamaican, wherever you come from, we all went through a process where we had indigenous practices, but in order to become more successful, more fluent.
So I guess she left that analogy. So what was, she just left that, she botched history and she left that analogy. Like,
more, how can I say this? Economically stable, we had to leave behind some of our cultural thoughts and ideas and ways of being. We had to let that gullah talk go because you talk too geechee.
What the hell is she? I was just in South Carolina. I left there in April. All of them talk like that. What is she talking about? That's how they talk right now.
You too geechee.
Are you
to be African and to have an African dialect was to be seen as inferior. So some people left it behind. They thought it was a bunch of hoopla. And again, Black Americans were not the only ones who left that behind. There are Yoruba, Igbo.
Okay, I ain't gonna lie. This is now funny because she's just making up stories now. And they're funny stories.
Y'all know Nigerians are deep. You ain't going.
Right, it's not African at all.
You ain't gonna go nowhere in the world.
All right.
And not find a Nigerian.
Family, yeah, because they fleeing their homeland. I believe you 100%. That's the problem. That's the problem. A lot of countries want them to go to their home. Now, family. Family. I spoke to hella Geechee people. Hella Geechee people. I asked them about their lineage in the most nicest way possible. I was like, hey, so where'd you live before here? Like 90% of them said they only stayed inside. They never left South Carolina. Like 90%. Some left. Some went to Florida, and some came right there. I only heard them say Florida, and they come right back. Okay, they say Florida, and they say they came right back. Okay, but over 90% of them would tell me they never left South Carolina. They always been there their whole life. So then I'll say, wow. Well, what about like your like ancestors, like your father's fathers? Like they always been in America, or they come from another country? Oh no, America. So I'm like, okay, what about his father's father? American. So I'm like, okay, so as far as you can trace back, what it goes like slavery, or you think they came from other places? No, slavery. I mean, every last one of them. How do I know? Because I worked in housing, right? They were in affordable homes, and all of them had to see me because I worked in compliance. and they all talk like that. So I knew who was Geechee. They had the strong accent. They talk pretty fast, similar to like a Jamaican. So I would quiz all of them on that, and all of them said they only ever been American. They don't know nothing about some other country. So we're not going to revise history right now.
Okay.
Falling.
You're not. That's just quite frank. We gotta keep it a bean.
Yeah, she's blacking it up.
But
you think she's
do you know what I'm saying? It's like there are some cultural things that folk of Yoruba descent
she's
or
giving.
Igbo descent.
Somebody made a great point. FBA Ronnie said she's not FBA because she don't even know our history. Yes, she never can finish something. A thought. She'll start a thought, can't finish. She'll start a historical thought, can't finish. I mean, I don't know what's up with this lady.
They left behind because that's you a witch, you this, you that. Every person of African descent goes through a process of having to culturally assimilate. To sit up here and say that Black Americans are the only ones that do not have culture or assimilated, it doesn't make sense. We all went through it. And to another creator's point, all of us, quite frankly, were dropped off in these new lands 400 years ago too.
Okay, now here she go. Now she's gonna make us all a global African. Watch. So technically, y'all all just African. Watch. I know it's coming.
Whether it's Jamaica, Brazil, US, all of us was enslaved and got dropped off on these lands around the same time. So we are not better than each other. We just need to seek to understand.
I'm looking at her picture. She might be Eritrean, yo. She giving a lot of Eritrean in her pictures.
Understand each other and leave that xenophobic and colonial thought behind, because that's what we're acting out on each other. That's what we're acting out on each other. That's it. And when you listen to this episode, I need you to understand that. And if you a person of African descent and you think you better than me because you come from the Caribbean or you come, fuck you.
There we go.
Quite frankly,
the hood rat. Ma'am, your facial expressions, that's not it, man. Like, you need to watch TikTok and learn how to do those Saudi facial expressions, because you're not doing them things right at all.
Me because you come from the Caribbean or you come, fuck you. Quite frankly,
that's not it, man. You're like a straight psychopath. That's not it.
And I hope you carry the same mentality towards somebody who is of another nationality who thinks the same about you. Because guess what? That means that you are of colonial thought and you liable to sell me out, and another African brother who's from the Caribbean, who's Yoruba, who's Ugandan, who's Pan-African as well, who's from Burkina Faso. And that's not me being xenophobic. That's me being fucking real. And that's y'all issue. Y'all don't know how to understand the nuance and conversation.
I told you she's going to get to the bottom line. I told y'all. Now she get to the bottom line. She's coming to our conclusion. Yo, she said everything under the sun just to agree with us after condemning us. This chick is crazy.
It's like y'all either are xenophobic and talking shit and y'all not really critically thinking about what's causing us to be in discourse. Again, y'all hate each other more than you hate the European cultural thought.
She's cooking on tethers now. Yo, this chick is hilarious, yeah.
Taught you to hate your brother and not give a damn about their history to begin with. Your issue is my issue. And we are not better than each other. Even though we may ebb and flow between feeling superior or inferior.
7 Soldier, you just messed up. They were rocking with you. They were going to support you. They were going to follow you and support your videos. You just lost all of them now. You don't critique a tether. You dig? Not as, especially you claim to be FBA. You don't claim a tether under the FBA banner. They don't like that. And you just dare try.
And our identity for whatever reason. And I also said that in that post. Jamaicans I've had an experience where someone of Jamaican ancestry dated someone in my family.
Yeah, if she don't have a lot of makeup on, man, you're not gonna recognize her, bro.
And made an assumption that we were calling them abusive and all this other stuff because they off the strength that they were Jamaican. Me being a Pan-African, I was like, I don't know where this is coming from, but this seems like projection.
All right.
But guess what that was?
All right, so I'm gonna give y'all a little something. The guys who keep leaving when I stop playing her. This is when she's dialed up.
A identity wound that probably made them feel inferior because they were a migrant to the U.S., right?
Oh, shit.
Turn superior. Already complex. It's y'all, when I guess for me it's like this.
Why is her face so white?
If you know my mother taught me this.
Look how white her face is. Look.
When you know yourself, nobody can tell you shit about
yo, that is crazy, yo.
The things that you know about you.
I don't like that at all, man.
Quite frankly. They can't.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't like when sisters, FBA, or whatever, lighting their face up. Like that's low key cake.
I think we need to know our wounds.
Like low budget cake.
I think we need to know what is causing us pain, what is causing us mental anguish, what systems are in place at this point in time that are causing us to have these wars with each other. And I think discourse is important. So as much as I'm like, the diaspora wars are tiring. As much as I'm like, these diaspora wars are tiring, I'm also realizing that they can and they will be a bridge of solidarity and union between and within the identities of people of African descent in general. Like in this case, right? These diaspora wars and these instances where some Black Americans feel like they've been bullied for not having any culture, that's pushing a lot of Black Americans.
Yeah, when she does not wear a lot of makeup, she's different. All I'm gonna say is she's a different woman. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna rate her.
Have a very clear understanding of their culture and to study their culture, right? Just like with anybody else. I think that's necessary. I think it's necessary for us to start to respect ourselves because, again, like I said earlier in the episode,
she just ran. Yeah, she killed my live. Well, y'all killed my live because I was supposed to just play a little bit, but y'all started to flee once I stopped her video. So she really just killed my live. She killed the live.
There have been times where we have just felt weak and small. We haven't really put respect on our own culture.
Hey, who's to say that? Was that Tariq Nasheed? Who's to say? Look at me, I'm cute. Like that's all she's pretty much saying. Look at me, I'm cute. I'm dialed up. I'm cute. Look at me, I'm cute. I'm dialed up. Guys, look at me. Yeah. Okay, I'm cute. Look at me, guys. I'm dressed up. Look at me. That's all she's really doing. That's all it's just what this translates to. Look at me, I'm cute. Look at me, I'm pretty. See, when I throw it on, I throw it on. Look at me, I'm her. Yeah, you dig? Look. Your girl don't look like this. It's right here. No, that's not done. This one's done. Yeah, look at me. That's all she's doing. I'm pretty. Look at me. That's all she's saying. Okay, we'll leave it. That's not done.
So like you actually can't, and it's like, not to say you can't be mad, but again, when you think about Nigerians have a unwavering pride in who they are because that's just how they've been taught to be culturally. I think it's time for Black Americans to have that same energy. It is. So the things that this diaspora war is bringing up, I think it's for a reason, and I don't think that it should go to waste. And I think that not only are Black Americans learning from this, but also people who are engaging in this conversation, who are hearing this too, and who may not know a lot about Black American culture but may consume it, and the folk that do and who love it and respect it and value the culture, their friendships that they have with people. And I would love for you to act as like an ally in some of these conversations too. And for the folk who also are non-xenophobic and don't let this online discourse push you to fall into these xenophobic patterns, again, engage in the discourse. Engage in it. Talk about some things that came up in this episode. push people to
Yo, she went from a historian to a motivational speaker, yeah.
To understand and block niggas who seek to misunderstand. You're a lost cause. You're not for the revolution. I don't need you here. Delete. Point blank fucking period at this point. I'm not trying to explain myself to niggas that are committed to misunderstanding me. You have no space here. You don't. But to my niggas who like to critically think and collectively think.
Hey, yeah. Oh, hey, look, fellas, there you go. That's what they stay here for. Yeah, y'all stay here just for that. So I'm gonna do it again for you. I should put on slow motion. Look, I'm gonna let her blow a kiss for y'all in slow motion. Yeah, y'all killed the live. Look. All right, so here you go.
Yeah. But
this is for y'all thirsty.
To my niggas who like to critically think.
Now she back hood.
And collectively think. Blowing you a kiss.
I told you, that's all she wanted to talk about, really. It's just how pretty she is. Everybody should cherish her beauty. Okay. Everybody should cherish her beauty. And for her ninjas that could critically think, unlike her, she gonna blow your kid. I told you, I called it out. All this was about is I'm pretty, look at me, I'm pretty, and I'm woke. But don't forget, I'm pretty. That's all this was about.
Blowing you a kiss to my people of African descent from the Caribbean, from the continent, from the U.S.
Why?
I love y'all.
But they might be married. Y'all.
And it's no need for us to be fighting like this. However, I do think it's important for us
to you about to fight with some sisters. You blew their husband a kiss.
From the perspective of a Black American who's also Pan-African, who hates xenophobic thought, but sees and seeks to understand the realities that Black people.
Her inconsistencies are hilarious, though. It's like goofy humor.
Is facing, you know.
I already know if she was gonna come over here, I could never like ask her a serious question, hold her, because she's gonna flip out on me. So if she ever comes over here, I'm gonna let y'all just come on and talk.
And who wants to deal with the nuance? That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to deal with the nuance, and I also want to speak to the fact that I'm not always going to be right.
Okay? We know that.
And we all have situations and things that come up, but this space is not about me being right or wrong. It's about me thinking. And when I think about writers like W.B. Du Bois, Malcolm,
you don't know shit about W. Du Bois.
Max.
You don't know shit about Malcolm
Dr. Martin Luther King.
You don't know about
Hooks, them. Claudia Jones.
Just saying random
Sylvia
names.
Winter, Toni Morrison.
Who is it? Who are these?
Hurston. I'm pretty sure that there were times where the ideas and the theories that they conjured, that they wrote about, they evolved.
I'm telling you.
So allow me to evolve.
I believe she's very, very violent. I believe she's very, very, she's giving off violent vibes.
I love y'all for seeing me and allowing me to evolve and for listening. So shout out to you listening. I want to know your thoughts.
My thoughts is you need to work on your facial expressions. If you're going to be the pretty Pocahontas, then you got to make pretty Pocahontas facial expressions. You got to learn how to be pretty even when you're being serious, being goofy, being, upset, funny. You got to work on your pretty facial expression. You're doing a horrible job. Okay. I think you're too old to not know how to do that by now. But you should go to TikTok. No. Go to IG and go ahead and watch how those women make the faces and practice those facial expressions in the mirror until you get it right. And then come back and do a live. I'm sure you'll get way more viewers from guys. Okay, come on.
So if you're listening on Spotify, you can comment your thoughts. If you're listening on YouTube, I want you to comment your thoughts. If you see a clip on Instagram, I want you to comment your thoughts. Okay? And if you are listening to this and you didn't go to see my Instagram or TikTok, I think you should go check it out and engage with my clips because, boosting engagement, all that stuff. And
so she making y'all believe all she wants is followers. She's making you believe if you go to her TikTok and IG that she'll converse with you there more privately, you dig, and intimately, and you'll usually be another follower. Yeah, she got a lot of followers on some of her shit. She ain't got ridiculous, like, as a conscious woke woman, whatever that is, she got a lot of followers. But she don't have a lot of followers compared to like an IG model. Yes. Ow. I'm gonna get you. Yeah, that hurt. Yeah, so yeah, it all went back to follow her on IG.
Yeah. I love y'all, appreciate y'all, and I hope y'all enjoyed this episode from your favorite Black American princess. Your favorite Afro-Indigenous princess.
Oh my God.
7 Soldier. See y'all soon.
They got another kiss. I see right now she's gonna do that. All right. So are we good now? Can we move on? Let me see what she got in here. Is that her only video? Ow, that hoist. Not everyone will support you, but I'm not playing no more videos. I'm just looking to see what else she got. Ow, that hoist. Ouch. 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 Okay. Is she following me around? She in Georgia and New Jersey? Let me get you. Okay, yeah. So let me stop. Okay, stop. That actually hurt. Stop. All right. Let me go. Oh, back here. She African, not living in Africa. Never. Yeah. Black Indian, all type of shit. She everything. She's indigenous, Native American. She's foundation Black American. She's also African, like from the land. Yeah. She just all over the place, man. East side of the town, peace. Oh God. Yeah. She yeah. I'm telling you.
These illegal aliens released in the country weren't held more than a day, and and they've both been involved with criminal activity in Massachusetts and in New York. Arrested in New York 3 times, and not one time did NYPD reach out to ICE or respond or detain her, just reach back in the street.
So New York State Democrats have funneled over $600 million taxpayer dollars to illegal alien advocacy groups. They want to.
Okay, so there you go. The Biden administration allowed that stuff to happen. What else we got here? What else we got? Oh, now I'm gonna play something gonna have y'all hollering. Wait till I show you an immigrant being arrested on the beach. I'm trying to get to that. Matter of fact, it's right here. Okay, that's the next video, so hold tight. Y'all gonna holler here.
Well, Shirley, in my conversation with the mayor, he acknowledged those concerns in the immigrant community and said that he's reached out to the Department of Homeland Security for further clarification about what this all means. He also called on federal elected lawmakers to
step up. He said she was a BA panty. Yeah, I don't, Charlie, she babbles so much. She totally lost me. I stopped even listening to what she's saying to a large degree. I just wanted to just clown her on certain things, especially when she go hood. She be sophisticated, educated, and then she go hood. My ninjas, and she blow a kiss to her ninjas. So that means that she knows what she's doing. She's getting dressed up, dialed up, and she's appealing to a certain audience. She don't give a damn if they respect her stupid intelligence. She wants y'all guys to lust after her. She said, the hell with my content and my babbling in circles. I'm just pretty, and I'm just going to babble and blow a kiss, and guys going to subscribe and tune in my lives. That's all.
Up and do more to make sure this crackdown does not hurt law-abiding New Yorkers.
We're going to do everything within our powers.
Mayor Eric Adams sitting down with me at Gracie Mansion.
She's not only crazy, in my opinion, she's very violent. She's very, very violent. I'm telling you, she's very violent.
Saying he's committed to helping law-abiding, undocumented immigrants in the city, but says he can't.
When I say violent, I'm not talking about smacking you because, you pissed her off. I'm talking about coffee mug in your face and top of your head type violence. You know what I mean? The grits all over you type violence. I'm talking about she's that crazy. She's that violent.
Can't do it all.
But we do need help from our federal officials.
It comes a day after U.S. Border Czar Tom Homan said this following the shooting of an off-duty Border Patrol agent during a robbery in Washington Heights.
We're going to flood the zone. So sanctuary cities get exactly what they don't want, more agents in the community.
What do you say to New Yorkers?
Yeah, she's one of those women that just love for men to just give her compliments all day long. She gets dialed up. You said a little photo shoot. She wore that to Walmart. Okay, you got to change it. It's not, there you go. Yeah, she wore that photo shoot to Walmart. And all she likes is guys to just give her compliments. Hey, you baby, thank you, thank you. Like that just makes her day. Hey, follow me on IG, 7 Soldier. Yeah, follow me on IG, 7 Soldier. Can I get your number? No. Just follow me on IG. Okay, can I take you out? No, take me out. Just follow me on IG.
Who are not here, who are here to
and those type of women, I purposely act like I don't see them. You know, when I do that, they be walking past, they be dying, you know, for me to look or acknowledge their quote unquote beauty. Man, I'll be purposely acting like I'm on the phone, I'm doing this. Like, get out of my view. I am not going to give you what you want. I'm going to act like I don't see you. Like,
who are now terrified hearing that statement.
Yeah, well, first, we're communicating
I don't give
with
insecure
HSI
people
and
confirmation.
finding out if that flooding action is to deal with those who are committing serious crimes and coordinating with the New York City Police Department and other agencies to go after those dangerous people, then we want to do that coordination. If it's doing it,
the next video going to be hilarious. This chick got she got deported from the beach.
Undocumented people, it's the wrong thing to do.
To this point, you're waiting for a response from HSI as to whether they're going to give you a guarantee that they're only going after hardened criminals? What if they say we're not?
Well, we're going to find out from them exactly what their operation is going to be in the city. But we need to be clear. Cities such as New York and Chicago and Denver and others, we don't control immigration enforcement. So this is a moment for our federal electeds to step up and define what the plan should be
Black American too,
to make sure that we're not going after innocent New Yorkers.
It comes as people showing up for federal immigration hearings have been detained with or without criminal records. The Immigration Coalition shared these videos with us of 26 Federal Plaza. Congressman Dan Goldman, who represents Lower Manhattan, has been demanding to inspect the holding area.
People are being held there as much as 8 days or even more. We have anecdotal reports of longer. No change of clothes. It's very hot. It stinks.
You should self-deport then. So you have a way out. You don't have to be in those facilities where it stinks and long periods of time. You can save yourself the grief, the agony, and the humiliation. All you got to do is just self-deport. You're encouraged that this government, this Trump administration encourage these folks to self-deport. Okay, I remember when somebody, I was watching like I was doing a review of a dad's camp thing, and they were going to jail. They got put in handcuffs, and she was like, "The handcuffs hurt." He was like, "Yeah, they ain't supposed to be. They were not made to be comfortable, man. You should not desire to be in handcuffs. They give a discomfort to discourage you to be in these things. So I'm glad you're like telling the world they hurt, so they don't want to be in these handcuffs next. If they were comfortable and provided cushion, then people won't mind being in them. Yes, they hurt, so don't desire to be in them again. Don't desire to be in them again. All right, so let's go to what happened at what's that beach show with David Hasselhoff? What's that beach show? But that's where I'm gonna take you guys right now. Deportation on the beach. Listen to this.
Hello. Hi, sir. Translator? Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Jamaica been the Chicago of the world for like the last 20 years. Probably the last 60 years. I haven't fact checked that, but probably the last 60 years. But I'm gonna give them 20 for right now until I fact check that. Yeah, Baywatch. So this is crazy. Watch this.
Are you ask him if he's sure he wants me to share the information?
Okay, let me start with this right here. Okay, this one I did watch. I watched this one all the way through. There's no way in hell this could be her friend. She has to be just a volunteer translator, or she's a cop herself. There's no way this lady is her friend. You'll see. So I don't know how she involved herself. Maybe the police officer went and got her to help translate, but there's no way this is her friend, because it looks like it is. She's half naked. They all have naked. So I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure, but if it is, this is a horrible friend.
Ask him if he's sure he wants me to share the information.
Él está preguntando que si estás seguro que quiere que tú.
I ain't gonna lie. She's nice and toned, and she got it going on body wise.
Comparta la información conmigo.
Sí. Sí. Okay. Yeah. So she's under arrest for a dog on the beach. I said she has to get.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Family, this is the problem. She's arrested for having a dog on the beach. You would think that if you go to a beach and you bring liquor, I've seen folks get locked up for having liquor, marijuana. You would think a dog, liquor, marijuana, things like that, you would think that you would want to know before you try your luck with the law. So apparently I think they're in Florida. So apparently bringing a dog on the beach is an arrestable offense. So she was going to be arrested regardless of anything. You would think that, why would you want to go to jail? Why would you, people know you can't, like certain states, you can't bring liquor to a beach. You get arrested. So she brought a dog. So the cop, she got deported. Really, she only got deported because she was arrested for bringing a dog to the beach. This is wild.
Seguro que quiere que tú comparta la información conmigo.
Sí. Sí. Okay. Yeah. So she's under arrest for a dog on the beach. I said she has to get deported, so she has to come with me.
Dice que está arrestada por tener el perro.
So now it comes off that she's being deported because she has a dog on the beach. You're gonna hear the correct context. So now a liberal will take that and run with it and make it go viral. Lady got deported for bringing a dog on the beach. That's not what happened. Watch. He's going to explain through the translator in a second.
And I also know about the court date already that she has with them. They said.
You see? So now follow the conversation. He said, I already know the court date she has with DHS. And he said, they said, dude, how do you know that? How do you know she got a court date? He didn't know that when he got there. He was just arresting her for a dog on the beach. So let me give a spoiler alert. So when he was citing her, when he was documenting, okay, the ticket and everything like that, and she'd been arrested for a dog, when he reported her name, okay, to dispatch, guess who was listening? ICE. You dig? ICE was listening, and they told him, no, detain her. The hell with this, going to the county jail for a dog. She's going out of the country. And you're going to hear him say it. So that's what happened, family. So a lot of times, like undocumented illegals, they'll get cited for a traffic offense, driving, or who knows, intoxicated, public intoxication. But once their name is ran, because a lot of these police officers do not, well, Florida does work with ICE, but a lot of these states, police officers do not work with ICE. Okay. But what happens is once their name is ran, it pings ICE, and ICE pulls up right away. I showed y'all another one where the local police officers were against ICE. The local police officers said ICE were kidnapping that person, so they were against ICE. So what happens is once they run their name, ICE pull up. They pull up fast as hell. So the police officer can't even let them go fast enough. They pull up because ICE, and ICE and local police don't really get along like that, depending on what state you're in. Or what state they are in. So that's what happened here. He ran her name to lock her up and give her a ticket. And ICE was like, no, hold her. Because Florida definitely works for ICE.
I still have to take and then I also know about the court date already that she has with them. They said I still have to take her. So she's not going to have a bond. And then she'll see a judge tomorrow morning at 8:30, where the judge can decide to give her a bond and release her before so she can go to her court date with ICE, or they'll bring ICE to the jail here in our county.
Dice que está arrestada, que mañana tiene que ver al juez mañana a las 8:30. What was that again?
I said a lot. I'm sorry.
That was funny, yo. She was trying to be a translator, but he said a mouthful. You dig? And she's like, wait, what happened?
And arrest of the dog.
Está arrestada por el perro.
She has to go to jail because I contacted ICE. She has a court date. I know what she's talking about already. She told me about that. She has a court date. However, they still said they're going to be placing a detainer on her.
Yeah. Florida is definitely heavily favoring ICE. You dig? More than New Jersey or New York and California.
For a set court date. So I have to take her. I don't have to.
They got Sheriff Grady there.
You have to take her today.
That is the wrong state for anybody.
So que te tiene que arrestar hoy y que mañana pues ya llamaron a la oficina de ICE para que hagan el proceso.
Pero es que decirle que nosotros tenemos.
I'd much rather go put drug dealers in jail, but I have no choice. I cannot release her.
He said I would rather put drug dealers in jail and things like that. But he said, but I have no choice because ICE reached out and said, no, you're not going to let her go. She's not going to no county jail. You're going to bring her to us. Or ICE, or an ICE detention center.
Jail, but sorry. I have no choice. I cannot release her. I had it all typed up to release her.
Listen.
They called and said, absolutely.
Told you. I had it all typed up to release her. They called and said, absolutely not. So like I said, but earlier, a liberal media would take that first clip where he said, you got a dog? Okay, you got to be deported. They would take that and blast it all over the damn media and YouTube and TikTok and make you believe that they are deporting her because she had a dog on the damn beach. That's not what happened. ICE agents reached out to him and said, yo, nope, we're taking her. One more time.
Hagan el proceso.
Pero es que decirle que nosotros
I'd much rather go put drug dealers in jail, but I have no choice. I cannot release her. I had it all typed up to release her. They called and said, absolutely.
Que ellos llamaron, pero que dijeron que no hay vuelta atrás.
Sir, please.
No. I have no choice.
Damn. 20,000.
The kids are why I don't
homicides, Nigeria.
I don't have.
He said that she's sad because of the kids, and he said that if you can take him, but not her.
No.
Yeah, did y'all hear that negotiation? So they came up with, how about we do a trade? Take him and let her go free. They literally asked that. Here, just take him and let me go free.
Ask her
if she has to do by herself. If she can go by herself, or she needs to be with him, or how it is.
Okay, so now she's snitching on him now. She's like, hey, do I gotta go by myself or can he come? He did. He looking like, yo, what's going on here?
She comes with me.
Tú sola vas con él.
No, usted dígale que me lleve a mí también. Yo no me voy con él.
He said that he's going as well.
Si se la lleva, que me lleve a mí también.
Yo, she said, you heard that? Yo, she said he's going. Nah, hell, nah, he got to come too then, because his shit ain't right either. You dig?
Yo no me voy con él.
He said that he's going as well.
Si se la lleva, que me lleve a mí también.
No.
Y ella tiene que llevar a mis hijos.
She's coming, he stays with the kids.
Él dice que ella se va y tú te quedas con él.
Yeah, don't do that.
See.
No, sir.
So we're not going to do the back and forth. You got to put your hands behind your back.
¿Me puedo cambiar?
Yeah, I knew at some point that white officer was like, listen, I'm done with this shit.
No, yo no voy a poner resistencia. Dile que yo no voy a poner resistencia, que si me puedo cambiar.
No.
No voy a poner resistencia. Yo me
No, come right here, come right here. My laptop is literally falling apart.
So I'd much rather do this peacefully, but.
Yo no voy a poner
problema. Put your hands behind your back.
¿No me puedo cambiar? Amor, alcánzame al menos ahí el
You watched the video?
encima.
Karen's got the SWAT still working.
Can you hand her the phone?
Yeah, she a snitch.
No, me encanta. No, dile que no, que yo me subo tranquila, que no me encanta.
He wanted to go with her. He looking like, nah, your turn is coming, but it ain't today.
Like this, like you're praying. Can you tell her to put her hands together like she's praying, so it's not as painful?
Que si puedes poner un poquito más junto para que no te duela.
Sí. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. See, you always trying to be slick. Don't do that. You do it in the grass and do it right there.
You can do any location or anything where she will be, or
Right, Pinky.
Sí, él te lo va a escribir.
And then can you tell him if she's gonna have to see the judge?
Tomorrow.
8:30 in the morning.
Que mañana a las 8:30 tienes que ver al juez. Mañana a las 8:30.
No more water.
With
No more
all
water.
your documents, maybe, right? All your documents.
You spit on the floor on purpose. Okay, yeah, but go in the grass. Take the water in the grass. Go in the grass.
Say it again?
Go in the grass. Do that in the grass. Go in the grass. Go. Go in the grass. Go in the grass. In the grass. All right. You're going to get this lineage spanking. Castro talking to snitch on each other. I bet her conscience told her earlier not to even go to the beach today. Yeah, listen. Yeah. They are in the literally. They are in the worst state possible, right? If you want to be an illegal, if not want to be, but if you are an illegal, undocumented person, you are literally in the worst state in America. This is, what planet are we on now? It's like, yo, you might want to be on the low. Then you bring a goddamn dog to the beach. Some of these people are just in fly land. Like the sister earlier, they in fantasy land. Like she had to feel entitled. A dog, arrestable offense, and then I'm gonna go to the beach knowing I'm an illegal, undocumented immigrant. And I'm gonna bring a dog on top of that. Don't do that. It's going in the grass. I tell you, stop doing that. Don't put that on the floor right here. You're gonna make it dirty. Go in the grass and do that.
This is it. As long as he also has that.
So tomorrow at 8:30 with the judge.
Okay, so this is not it. So now she's about to get her wake-up call, her white America wake-up call. So it's not done, family. I'm going to read the comments now. Okay? So the comments, these aren't FBAs. These aren't ADOS. These ain't the Lineage. These are white people. Let's see if white people's like, hey, that's wrong. She got due process. Oh, no. Yeah, the human rights need to be involved. Look how white people truly feel about you. Okay? Watch this. Okay, Orlando. So what is Florida? Look at this. Because people be swearing, you hear Tethers, yo, white folks, they wanted us here. Okay. We're going to see how much they wanted her here. Watch these comments. It's crazy. Who this? What's this? Pretty woman escapes her ex after there's some tether getting on us. Okay, so here we go. All right. If only all the rest were like this without violence. That's the nicest comment you're going to get. The world is learning that the U.S. actually has borders that mean something. Chilling at the beach, not a care in the world. It's very simple. You're not supposed to be in a country without permission. These people truly don't care about laws, breaking laws on top of laws, SMH, no dogs on the beach. Goddamn. She should be deported she should be deported as a family. Together equals together. They need to stay together now. This what you white folks you think love you. The party is over, folks. Go enter another country illegally. Get back to me on how that works out for ya. Go enjoy the beach in Guatemala, Venezuela, Mexico, Panama, Dominican Republic, Haiti. With an exclamation mark. So a family that's deported together stays together. Look at this. You came here without notice. You leave without notice. God, this is your white folks, your white constituents, your white fellow Americans that you believe is so on code with you guys over us. Nobody's above the law. It's funny how they get mad about paying the consequences for entering a country illegally. I understand people have reasons for coming here. They need to ask themselves, would their home country allow us Americans to just stay illegally? If you're a good person, we all have rules to follow. We can't chill in other countries because illegally they can't either. The attitude is astonishing. No sympathy here. Adios, taxpayer. Paid vacation is over. Look at this. Don't feel sorry for her. She doesn't feel sorry for us. All white folks. Cheaper to deport than support. Damn. That was a crazy ass jingle. Let me kill this fly real fast. This tether fly spying on me. Okay. How dumb. I will never understand how these folks, see, that's some racist shit. These folks know how to do everything but speak English and get their paperwork in order. You think that person is black? Black American Foundational with that comment? Entitled people still negotiating. That's why we are fed up. They break laws, get arrested, and cry victim. Can't read or speak English, just dumb. Colorado needs more ice. She probably got 10 anchors we're forced to feed to. I don't know what that means. I would say the husband and kids have to be illegal also. Look at this shit. She has a court date and didn't go? No way. She has to go. All right. Not legal in this country. You cannot stay here. Simple as that. Enjoying life on the beach while not contributing to the American system in any way possible. I'll tell you, they are cooking. All right. Enjoying, I read that. Zero choice for Lake and Raleigh. FYI. Okay, this is she's clearly black. FYI, if your paperwork is not right, stay at home. Why are you outside? Right, that's what we said. Look. So you see, this is a foundation Black American comment. This was not criticized. They said, yo, if your paperwork is not right, stay at home. So she's trying to give her a dog whistle to avoid ICE, to avoid deportation. See? So that's called sympathy there. That's a sympathy comment. Thank you. Not legally in the US, time to go. That is not a sympathy like. And Rhonda, who knows? That could be black. Luna ain't black. Okay, she's clearly white. Houston, Texas needs ICE to clean house. So sick and tired of seeing people asking for money, stealing, and driving crazy. He and the kids should have gone as well. He was offering, and he obviously admitted he was illegal too by saying, take him instead of her. Don't know if the kids were born in the US or not, but remember, families can be deported together, and why would they leave the kids? God bless us, America. God bless America. And this was the American flag. You're illegal and out breaking laws. This is crazy. They come here, won't learn English. You think that's a black man concern right there? They come here, won't learn English, and think they're entitled to stay. Go home, go back. Thank God we have Trump. Yeah, okay. Man, I'm sick of the sob stories. These kids, the kids should go too. God, get away from there. What kills me is they don't even try to speak the language. You think that person is black? I'm so happy nowadays. Under Biden, I was living in the twilight zone. Damn. They don't even speak English. Give me a break. That's white language. He's white. How could you possibly plan to stay in the country? Yo, they are going crazy. Whenever I fly to another country, I have to have my passport and everything in order, follow their laws, or I would be detained and put back on the plane back to the USA, basically. Translator, damn. If she would learn to speak English, there wouldn't be any confusion. See? When they bring up English, they're I'm gonna say 100% Caucasian, white American. I have zero sympathy for anyone that has entered our country illegally. We are a nation of laws. Any of our politicians that do not follow that should be held to higher standards. That's crazy. They arrested her for a dog on the beach. If I heard that right, yes, they did. The party is over. Wow, at least she's going to have a great story about how she got caught and deported by walking her dog on the beach. Not many people are going to be able to top her story. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, that was some crazy shit. Don't your own country have beaches? Man, I'm telling you that's a white supremacist comment. I'm so sick of entitled illegals. No one is spared. Last stop on the gravy train, criminal. Damn, called her a criminal. Wow, I am amazed. No resisting, no crying. The boyfriend says he needs to go with her. The officer says no. The boyfriend does not yell, resist, assault. Beautiful. That is how you do it. If you comply with an officer, no bad treatment, no abuse, no 5 police car backup. This is Florida. They are not playing. DeSantis throwing up centers everywhere. Sick of these sob stories. Do better work, whatever that is. If he wants to go with his mother, he should admit to being in this country illegally and request deportation. She's saying, get away from the court. They saying self-deport. Okay, beach day or photo shoot. Right. Malaysia says, this is black, look like they black. Malaysia says, has the deportation raised to not just USA. Oh, Malaysia got it too. She said, Malaysia has deportation raised. Really? We looked that up. That's crazy. That's being kept quiet. Dang, if she had only left the dog home. Right. Florida beaches are so beautiful. My uncle was on the run for years and got locked up at Disneyland. Can't be mad when your crime, this person is obviously black. Can't be mad when your crime catch up with you, no matter the crime. The translator is hot. That's all I learned. It's black, black. You know he black. I guess didn't care about the sign of no dogs allowed. She couldn't read it probably, bro. Speak English. But now she can care less in her own country. Should have came legally. I have no sympathy for them. Flat out white. I have sympathy for my American brothers and sisters that suffered because of illegal immigration. I love the way they act like they can't speak English, but they were answering the officer in Spanish to his English questions. That is hilarious. Ain't this the same one who got pulled over and lied about who she was because her license was revoked back to 2023? That's crazy if that's true. If you want to live in a country, you must speak the official language. You know they're white woman, have official papers, white couple. Translator looking real fine. She's not going to jail because she's being deported home. You can always keep the family together home. Don't let, I want y'all to I want y'all to hear the comments because a lot of folks that have it in for FBAs and want to be racist and talk shit, and you think white folks got your back? Sure they do. Listen to how they got your back. Don't let the door hit you. Can't even count to 10 in English. Shit. At least her former friend was man enough to try and act like he really wanted to go with her. Just come here illegally and walk around without a care in the world. No regards for our laws. She invaded another country. What did she expect will eventually happen? Okay. So the translator laughs. I told you, that's right. This cannot be a friend. The translator laughs at her after hearing she's going to be arrested for having a dog on the beach and not be bonded out. That's why I said she could not be her friend because she laughed when she found out she's going to jail. Your homeland needs you. Make it great again. That's what we tell the black tethers. Damn, the translator fine as hell. She knew she was here illegally. Nothing is more gratifying than watching a president keep the promise that got him elected. The videos are icing on the cake. A dog on the beach, how dumb can these people be? These people, you know what his ethnicity is. Oh, Florida, the drama state. The only borders that God created between the land was the rivers and seas and gave us the ability to travel over and under the water. Judgment Day is going to happen, be a trip for us all, okay? The translator was actually avoiding to tell the woman the truth about deportation. Don't make any excuses to make her feel bad. She knows exactly what she did. She's so bold that she, in America, she just breaking laws and don't give a damn. I feel sorry for the dog. Damn, see, white folks, they love that damn dog more than we know. Now she can go back home where she doesn't need anyone to interpret for her. Look at this shit. The gravy train is over. The dog can stay, but you got to go. Take both. I voted for this MAGA. Told you. Bye-bye. They look black. It might be a tether because I tether voted for MAGA too. With all respect to all these illegals coming here, why do they feel it's okay to enter a country and just stay and do whatever you want? I am in disbelief. It's like me going to Russia and doing what I want there. I am at loss for words. This is a process. Wait in line and wait your turn, I guess they're going to say. That's what all the former president should have done for safety of the citizens. Anyway, may God bless you. They were doing it. The liberal media just ain't blast them. That's all. Biden would have gotten her Section 8 SNAP and Medicaid all on my dime. The fact the man said you can take me and leave her and kids, he's gentle. He's a gentleman. This crazy world. Millions came illegally in now. Damn, this language right here must be black. They do this. Oh, I read that bullshit. The hooded man understands English. He's playing the role. Adios, mommy. White woman, why would you be at a beach instead of getting your paperwork together? I also don't believe they can't speak English. Bye. Taxpayers don't want to pay for her kids to take them to. Damn, but yo, I'm telling you, but you believe these are your allies. You believe they got your back. Okay. Bye. Enjoy your trip house. Oh, gee, that's stupid. This guy is so nasty and lied talking about the judge. What are he talking about? Oh, he's talking about, oh, the cop. The cop saying you'll see a judge. Yeah, when he said that, I'm like, yeah, all right. Give me killer fly. Yeah. I don't believe that either. Okay. But the kids, what kids? Take them both, and the entitlement is superb. These people have no respect for America. Interpreter and her bikini top both worked hard. Sheesh. That girl is doing a horrible job translating. Self-deport, or you can never come back here. Get them the hell out of here. I tried to enter Bali. I'm done reading that shit. But that was just case in point. It's many, many more. I'm done reading. But the point should be made. The point should be made. Okay. I think the point is made. The point is, it should be made. All right. So I'm going to recap a video I did yesterday with Kwame. Okay. He seems to always embarrass himself over here. He has no shame. He has no shame at all. No shame. No shame at all. Okay, hold on. All right. So let me play your Professor Griff until I find the video with me and Kwame yesterday. Just give me a second.
Areas, they having a beautiful American dream community. They're able to have their community. They're able to have their culture. They're able to have their identity. Nobody in question upon them. Nobody in question upon their contribution to society, whether it be that society or the whole of the global world, right? So they cool, but they got beef with us. Any of them. I don't give a damn where the fuck they from. Africa, Caribbean, Asia, Arabia. I don't give a damn what the fuck they doing here with some beef with us.
Right.
Hey, Griff.
Now watch Griff this Griff right here. He's gonna justify his outrage towards the realistic, the reality of things. Dig. So hold on. Watch he justify it.
Like, hey, look, man, it's like the dude Kai Sadat. He's risen to the highest heights of,
respectfully.
Basically, I think black culture saying we have no
fix that damn Obama phone.
No culture. This is what we're talking about. You've risen to the highest heights of what you can do. You're off of American culture, but then you get up there and say that black Americans have no culture. This is the problem that's being overlooked. Look, and we address that. Because to respect y'all.
Please, somebody tell me, yo, why don't mute the guy, man? This dude is janky, man. Mute the dude, bro.
You're breaking up.
AI.
Mute him.
You're breaking up.
Okay.
We can
understand. What about now?
You're breaking up too bad.
How about now?
That's a lot better. Can you give me the spelling of this person's name? Because I've never heard of this person.
I don't think you're love straight. Like Professor Griff act like he heard of everybody. Like, dude, stop. All right.
Kai Sanat.
One person talk.
So he never heard of Kai Sanat. I told you this dude aged out. He's done. All right, let me find Kwame. Let me find Kwame. Okay, I got him. All right, I found it. I found it, family. So this was the discussion with Kwame yesterday. Lex Vortex got it in with him, cooked them. I came on the back end, cooked them. All right, check it out.
No. And when you speaking in science,
if your haplogroup.
Okay, hold on. Go a little further.
It's called back migration.
Yeah, they say it can be back migration, but
we go a little further to my dialogue because right now they're finishing up. He does what you did. He kept tying Tariq Nasheed to FBA like he is Mr. FBA, like he's the only FBA out of 43 million. He kept and then he started laughing. Right?
Interchangeably and sometimes used synonymously. So
okay, so is there such thing as foundational African American? Black interchangeable. They are to this thing. Can because identified us in it. Let me get there. Now hold on. Now I was listening. I stayed out of it. I was fair. Who was up? And then you start to question their scholarly study. Like he is. Give me a second, family. I want to get ask me about me. Okay. So
he brought up Ivan Van Sertima in
the nation, right?
Yeah.
That means the civil rights was already up and thriving, and when he got in there, Dr. King ain't acknowledging him. So all those activists you're talking about, they're not acknowledging him. He didn't play no pivotal role. He ain't helped nobody. He was in the back of the bus during that whole thing. He played little to no role in the civil rights movement.
I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to.
Okay, all right. Let's go back. I passed. And there we go, family. So I wonder if that sister, that Pocahontas sister, I wonder if she's gonna deny the African slave trade as well. She's gonna act like we were kidnapped. Like that's a religious talking point from the Pan-Africanist religion. You can't do nothing. You can't do Wikipedia. You can't do Google. You can't do. Here we are. Capture, bear with me, blacks and then trade them. Okay. I'm here. Slave trade. Something up. Okay. So remind me again, which was more impactful that led to the diaspora, right? Blacks in the diaspora. Was it the slave raids or the slave trades?
According to the consensus, it was the slave trade.
Okay, just a brief catch up. Slave raids are people kidnapping, snatching up black folks to sell them, and slave trade is somebody's purchasing a black person to bring them, to Cottonfield or a country like the islands, right, or Haiti.
Raid.
Okay, cool. Well, what else what trades or the slave trades?
According to the consensus, it was the slave trade raid.
Okay, cool. Well, what else can we look at? Because remember, you throwing around the word pseudo, and we're sourcing up. So I'm gonna hold you. I heard you say that with Lex, so we're gonna do that. Okay, now, slave raiders. Who were they? According to your research, who were the slave raiders?
Primarily the European.
Where'd you read that from? Because I read something different. Okay, so then he makes stupid absolute claims as though he got references for it. So he said the slave raiders were primarily Europeans. Okay.
National Archives and different sources.
Yeah, you got it. Okay, so what about Queen Nzinga? Was she a slave raider?
She participated in the slave trade.
Was she a slave raider? I know she sold slaves, but was she also a slave raider? Did she capture? Did her Angola, on behalf of her, capture blacks and then trade them? Okay, that's what a slave raider is. Okay, cool. Yeah. And wasn't there other surrounding African countries in Central Africa that I could bring up for you, also slave raiders?
Yeah.
Okay, now that was around like 1600, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what year were there European slave raiders?
I mean, the whole entire transatlantic slave trade.
Okay, bro. This dude said the whole entire transatlantic slavery. I mean, this dude is crazy, yo. I need you to find that for me. Get away from that. What do you want? You want your turkey sausage? Okay, we'll come this way. So let me read the chat. So I'm gonna catch y'all up. So Kwame over YouTube getting cooked. Yeah. She gives me vibe that she was said it was a choice, right? I don't know. I don't know. It's she's a Pan-Africanist, part of religion. They got to say, the choice is funny. They had a choice to go. That's funny. That's the Kanye West. So FBA Ronnie says, yes, it's time for Griff. Get out of the seat. We'll take it from here, old fool. All right. And then Chandra said, Ron, you had him stumbling over his words when you showed him how you couldn't discern slave raid from slave trade. Yeah, exactly. So they be talking on things. That's what Alexa getting them on. Like, you're speaking on things you don't know what you're talking about. Dude, stop reading the headline and actually read the article. We call them headline readers. Headline readers. So Michael Simpson. Right. Let me read that message out deleted. It's goofy. European been. I can't remember. Out here is saying I can't slaving before. Yeah, but you say slaving, bro. Chattel slavery redefines slavery. So then he says this. He says, damn, I can't see it. This glare, this Florida. All right. So look, Michael Simpson, just hear out the dialogue, right? You might agree with me or him. Just hear it out first. And then let me know your assessment. All right. So just give it a chance to play out. Who sounds stupid, Michael? Because I'm gonna give Michael a chance to call in, and Kwame called in. He stood on his square. Maybe Michael ain't afraid to voice his opinion either and stand on his square. You see, Michael, I'm very respectful of Kwame. I'm not calling him names. I didn't call him Tether. I didn't say shut up. I didn't mute him. We're having a dialogue, back and forth. So Michael Simpson, just when I play this small dialogue, just call in and tell me what's your thoughts on what we're talking about. On my screen, I did it before. Matter of fact, I'd rather he right now before, because this might be longer than I thought. I'm giving commentary. So Michael Simpson, this is a call-in show, okay? So I never said I knew everything. I never claimed to be a scholar. I always say I'm just a YouTube self-proclaimed journalist that do research on things I'm passionate about. I'm subjected to research flaws, but I admit them. I don't hide them and justify them. Okay, so there you go. Here you go. Michael, right there. Because if you don't call in, then I'm going to look at it like you're just trolling. Because you see Kwame calls in, and other folks call in will disagree, and they get treated very good here. So that's the phone number for Michael Simpson. Go ahead and call that phone number in. If not, I'm going to play the video and just keep it going. I'm going to see you as a troll. You're just distracting us, and I'm going to have to hide you. And you shouldn't be afraid to call in and speak to, you know what I mean? You guys act like we're not really anyway. We're just an internet hashtag. So call in, bro. Yeah, Professor Grift. Big Bro said, what kills me is these clowns actually believe that African tribes were selling and trading people for over 200 years and didn't know what these people were doing with those. Yeah. I said that the other day, Big Bro. I said, you ain't going to tell me that you seen, was that Cortez slaughtered a gazillion Aztecs and, people that descent down there, millions of them. You seen the Native Americans in this country get slaughtered. Yeah, come on, man. Stop it. You knew exactly what was going on. I mean, and they didn't care, man. They did when they sold us, when they kidnapped us and sold us, they discarded us, bro, as trash. They didn't give a damn. White folks just ate us. Wore our skin is like how Indians wear wolf skin. They didn't care, man. And now all of a sudden, you come back home. Home was done when you sold us. Like, how does a mom give away her kids for adoption and say, come back home? It's like, well, my home is with my adopted parents. I could come visit you, but that's not home. All right. So Simpson, it sounds like he was here trolling, because when I put the phone number in there, to have a friendly dialogue, right? It ain't got to be contentious. It ain't got to be a pissing contest, dude. Just call in. All right, so let me finish the video. Or did it yesterday? That's not true. So European, matter of fact, let me share my screen. I'm gonna do a quick Wikipedia on your ass. something quick. You can't do nothing. You can't do Wikipedia. You can't do Google. You can't do nothing to show that. Okay, so let me do a quick Wikipedia on you. Now, as I'm saying this, I'm researching. I know him. He's Googling ChatGPT and everything's agreeing with me. He's like, damn. All right, I'm gonna share my screen as I type it in. So dudes just be making stuff up and they act like they're ready for me. All right, cool. So we're picking up when we left off at. Watch this. Trans. That's all I'm gonna type. I'm not gonna rephrase it. Okay. Cool. And I'm gonna go to Wikipedia, a quick one. Because they're actually gonna bring up the slave raiders. See, you see, it's already clicked. I already clicked it. I told you, man. Here we are. Okay, here we are. Okay. So the Atlantic slave trade or the transatlantic slave trade involved the transportation by slave traders of African people to the Americas. They don't say nothing about slave raiders right here, bro. So in the first few words about it, representing it, summarizing it, it says nothing about raiders. It says slave traders. European slave ships regularly use the triangular slave trade, not raid, route, and it's not called the triangular slave raid, by the way. Okay, because you said something different. You said that most of these folks got into the airsport through the raids. I got you. I clipped you. Okay. It says Europeans, and stop me when I'm wrong, when Wikipedia is wrong. Europeans established a coastal slave trade, not raid, in the 15th century, and trade, not raid, the Americas began in the 16th century, lasting through the 19th century. The vast majority of those who were transported in the transatlantic slave raid, no. Just keep in mind, damn near every Pan-Africanist believe this. You could question, well, you seen Professor Grift when a U.S. freedman called in and proved that Ghana sold slaves, right? He acted like the guy was tripping and kicked him off. Like, they don't believe this. Their doctrine, Africa can't do no wrong. Africa is innocent. It's the motherland. It's where we all need to be. They got a long umbilical cord, and we need to get back to Africa. Africa is innocent, pure, and honest. Okay, Africa would never sell you. So white folks came over there and just strong-armed us out of there, plotted us out of our tribes, and brought us to America for damn near, 500 years? Read it again. Years? Transported in the transatlantic slave trade were from Central Africa and West Africa, and had been sold by West African, does it say slave traders or slave raiders?
Go ahead, I'm listening to you.
Okay, that's what I thought. Humbled him. Now watch this. And been sold by the West African slave traders to the European slave traders. Okay? Traders, they did a deal. While others had been captured directly by the slave traders in coastal raids. Let's talk about that. European slave traders gathered and imprisoned the enslaved at forts on the African coast and then brought them to America. Some Portuguese, let me expand my screen. Some Portuguese and Europeans participated in slave raids, some. As the National Museum Liverpool explains, European traders captured some Africans in raids along the coast, but most of them, is most many or the minority? Is most the majority or the minority?
Most is the majority.
Right, it's a mathematical equation. Okay, expression. So most of them from local African or African European dealers. European slave traders, African or African European dealers. European slave traders generally did not, European slave traders generally did not participate in slave raids. Brother? Family. He wanted to hang up. So yes, it's a truck, garbage truck. Hey, yo, he wanted to hang up so bad, family. He wanted to hang up so bad. Believe me, but his pride kept him on the phone call. All right. But this ain't the humorous thing, though. It ain't me cooking him. It's when he tried to clap back at me. That's when it became humorous. Get back here. That's when it became humorous. His clap back, not me cooking. Watch this. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got to source that could back up my claim that I could put. Give me a second.
Watch this.
I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to put blame on the Africans for the slave trade.
Yeah, he said, I'm reading an article verbatim, and he made it seem like I gave opinion. I gave feelings. This is wild, yo. I've read he was calling Lex pseudo. Lex don't have sources. I read it verbatim from this. He's reading along. He see where it's from. It's from Wikipedia. And he said, I see what you're trying to do. Not Wikipedia, not historians, you dig? Not scholars. He made it personal. Like I'm doing an ad hominem attack. I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to blame Africa. I told you, family, Pan-Africanism is a religion like Catholicism. It's no different. It's a religion. And just like Catholics get mad when you expose it, these folks get mad when you expose their religion and their religious leaders like Marcus Garvey.
Give me a second. I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to put blame on the Africans for the slave trade, which is kind of crazy.
So hold him. You know what that means? Blame translates as accountability. I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to put accountability on Africans for their important 50% role in the transatlantic slave trade. That was his clapback. But he's going to clap back with his source. It's going to get worse for him.
Now let me read from my source. In the 15th century, Portugal became...
Notice he don't tell me where he's reading from. This could be Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Dr. Seuss book. He doesn't let me know where he's reading from. No problem. Go ahead, read. I'm going to ask once you get done anyway.
Became the first European nation to take significant part in the African slave trade. The Portuguese primarily acquired slaves for labor on Atlantic African island plantation and later for plantations in Brazil and the Caribbean. Though they also sent small number to Europe, initially Portuguese explorers attempted to acquire African labor through direct raids.
Attempted. Right. Go ahead.
Along the coast, but they found that these attacks were costly and often ineffective against Western.
Stop. So they attempted and they realized it was cost efficient and it was ineffective. Go ahead. Your source cooked you. Go ahead. Finish.
Yeah. So can I just finish reading?
Yes. But it just chat. This is a prime example of the dude Googling something on the fly. You have to know when your opponent already know information and have sources ready, and when they're just Googling on the fly. I'm used to debating people who are never ready for the debate, never study enough, and they just Google on the fly. I know when they Google on the fly. And I'm telling you, research ain't that easy. So that's why I don't mind people Googling on the fly. Research ain't that easy, man. But these goddamn. Wow. Yeah, research ain't that easy, family. You could Google on the fly and I'll still cook you. Because that don't mean you understand what you're reading. Okay? That don't mean you understand what you're reading because you're reading something. Just like the lady was talking earlier, Pocahontas. She was saying a lot of stuff, but that don't mean she was making sense. So I'm not intimidated by on the spot Google folks, Google researchers. Go ahead. I'm still gonna cook you. Because I understand my information front and back. You don't. You didn't vet your information. You're just reading it because that's called confirmation bias. Just cooked you though. Was ineffective. Go ahead. Your source cooked you. Go ahead. Finish.
Yeah. So can I just finish reading?
Yes, but it just cooked you though.
Were costly and often ineffective against Western Central African military strategy. For example,
he was hoping he read the words, and Africa had no dealings in the slave trade. He was hoping he read that so bad. That's why he wanted to keep reading. It gotta be there. Somehow I'm gonna be saved. The Tether ancestors.
1444, Portuguese marauders arrived in Senegal ready to assault and capture Africans using armor, swords, and deep-sea vessels. But the Portuguese discovered that the Senegalese outmaneuvered their ships using light, shallow water vessels, better suited to instruction for the Senegalese coast. In addition, the Senegalese fought
ineffective.
With poison arrows that slipped through their armors and decimated the Portuguese soldier.
Subsequently, wait, stop. What the fuck? Yo, dude, you're reading what validates what I read, bro.
I didn't even finish. I didn't even finish
Okay,
reading.
go ahead. Continue. God damn.
Subsequently, Portuguese raiders generally abandoned direct combat and established commercial relations.
Commercial, bro. That means selling. Commercial means buying and selling. Sorry, right there. We don't need no more. So that means they abandoned that mission ASAP, and they came back in the 16th century and said, "Yo, how much?" They said, "How much?"
You're talking about prisoners of war.
Okay, bro. It don't matter what you call them. It was a buy and sell transaction, bro. It was a buy. See, I don't see. You see that? I don't get caught up in labels and terminology, the semantical stuff. You can't get me. I'm a real debater, and I'm effective and sufficient and efficient. I don't play the semantical games. I know I won, and I want to rejoice. You dig? So, bro, you call it what you want to call it. There was a buy and sell transaction that you denied. Your article basically said what mine said, word for word. That's all. FBA, Adolf Freeman, the lineage. How about that? Yeah. So are you FBA? Yeah. Are you also Adolf? They want to cause infighting. Just say yes. Are you also Freeman? Yeah. Or are you FBA? Yeah. Are you also Adolf? Bro, it's the lineage, man. All three of them speak of the same lineage. How about that? Do they not? Do they not? Do they not? Okay, so it's the lineage. I'm of the lineage. Are you FBA? I'm of the lineage. Yeah, I could trace my family back. That's all that matters. Those acronyms are just names of those who can trace their lineage back to slavery, bro. Not playing those games. Bartering system. It was not some slave raid that you just thought your source corroborate what I'm reading. So I don't got to read no more, dude. Listen, I keep telling you guys, I'm really HIM. Him, Brian. All right. I ain't gonna do the trolling. I'm at that point. I'm just trolling him. I'm just just loving the W, and I'm trolling him really because he was doing that to Lex earlier, right? Trying to act like Lex ain't make sense. So I'm just getting him back. I'm showing him, hey man. But people, you gotta know, if you have a conversation with me that turns into like a little debate, if I ever invite you back to continue that conversation, believe me, I'm well studied up. You dig? I'm well studied up. Don't fall for that. Just say, nah, I'm good. Nah, I left that where it was. I'm moving on. Just say that. Don't fall for the, hey, let's continue where we left before, man. It was very interesting. Don't fall for that. I am a chess teacher. Don't fall for that. Do not fall for that. That's called strategy. That's called tactic. I'm trying to butter you up, give you confidence, and make you feel like we were having an equal, conversation. Like nobody knows more than the other person. You have an opinion, I have an opinion. I'm buttering you up. I'm giving you my tactics. Give my tactics. He fell for it. He came back on to continue that conversation. And unfortunately, I RIP'd him. Right. So I think I'm going to end this live so I can go eat. And I think I'm going to walk the sun came back out. God damn. I wanted to walk my mom, but it ain't going to happen. I'm going to do Uber Eats. So family, good job. Family, I'm going to end this one right now so I can eat. And then I'll be back live. You dig? All right. I appreciate y'all. Make sure you like the video. And we're back with another one. I think Tariq going live at 2:00 premiere. I think other folks, yeah. So y'all be good. I'll be back around 3:34. All right. We are one and be one on code, be one on code. The Lineage family. It's the Lineage.